Oh, baby. Let's go. Welcome, everyone, to Intermittent Sports. I'm Phil. I'll be your host today. Riding solo yet again because Ray is helping his family move, or his sister. Super lame, I know. So I'm going to attempt to call a game with between Michigan State and Ohio State, which I don't know how I feel about that. I'm probably going to just have to drink myself through this one. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Should be a good time. Not going to lie, I don't know much about either team, so I'm just going to wing it and see what happens here. So anyway, welcome to the channel. I see in the chat we got some people that have been here multiple times. We got the Chicken Nugget Gang in the building. We got my dog Jaden, Thunder Max, God Kong Snake. He's all about that sea rescue, dude. So welcome everyone to the channel, and let's have a great time today. It's Fernando in the building. Good morning, Steely Phil. Indeed, here I am, ready to get the party started with an ice cold Coors Light. So we're gonna have a time here. Ethan the Buckeye says, "Any last words?" We're just getting started with words, baby. But I imagine it's 24-point spread on this one. If Ohio State doesn't cover, I'd be pretty surprised, but I think I did just see something on the news as I was kind of researching before this game. It's like 23 guys are ineligible to play. So that's not great for Ohio State, including 3 offensive linemen starters for them. So we'll see what happens. Should be an interesting one. Crayfish says Ohio State's going to murder them. It seems excessive. Maybe it'll just beat them in football. I don't know. SportCon says, hello, SportCon. Welcome to the channel. So leading into this one, we got 2-3 Michigan State versus undefeated Ohio State, obviously. I had to make some notes for myself, so I'm going to reference my notes so I look like a professional. This is going to be great. PJ says, I got the game on TV, but I like listening to your streaming your reaction. Go Spartans, go green. Honestly, man, I would love to see a good game today. I don't think it will be a good game today, but I would love to see it. It is at home in East Lansing there for the Spartans, so maybe they can pull off an upset. They've done so 2 wins on the year. They upset Michigan as, I think, 21-point dogs, and then they beat undefeated Northwestern. So it seems that Mel Tucker has his boys rising to the occasion for the most part. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens. Thunder Max missing his boy Ray. Ray would be on the stream. He might be on it later, but he was requested by his sister to help her move this morning. I said, you can move in the afternoon, bud. Like, what's the big deal? But so he's out doing, good family stuff like a good kid that he is. So he might be on later, but for now it's just me. So I'm going to try to battle through here and see what happens. Again, I don't know a ton about Michigan State or Ohio State, so we're just going to roll with it. Rachel S. says, go green. Ethan says, we have Jonathan Cooper. I heard he's pretty good. I don't know. I don't know if you guys heard the same thing. And then West Branch B-Ball, this is where we fight. This is where they die. Let's go green. This is going to be so weird. This is a Michigan channel, okay? Just so everyone's clear. We are a Michigan Wolverines channel. We are streaming an Ohio State-Michigan State game, and I'm going to have to hype both of these teams throughout the chat. This is going to be very interesting. So it looks like we're about to get started here. And they are showcasing Justin Fields on the screen right now. He's a pretty decent football player. 80% completion percentage on this season, which is about the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. But, I mean, the biggest question with Ohio State, and this isn't just me trolling or anything, this is like an honest question, but, like, how many Ohio State quarterbacks actually go on to, like, do big things in the NFL? Like, Troy Smith was phenomenal in college. Even Dwayne Haskins, as recent as, 2 years ago, what's he done for Washington? Obviously, it's Washington, so they're not that great, but he hasn't really impressed. All the guys in between there haven't really done a ton. So, I don't know. I would like to see Justin Fields buck that trend. I think he is a really good player. I can say that, there are some Ohio State players that I've enjoyed watching throughout the years that have just absolutely destroyed Michigan and gone on to have good careers. So we'll see if that happens. Maybe Jeff Okudah will be one of them someday. Who knows? A lot going on in the chat here. Let's see what we got. Thunder wants die Buckeyes die. So again, we're aggressive. What do you think about the Spartans getting transferred Georgia QB Dwan Mathis? Is that the same guy from earlier this year who started a couple games for them? He was really bad. I didn't think he was very good. If I'm completely wrong on who that is, then my bad. Also funny though, Justin Fields was from Georgia, right? And then he transferred to Ohio State, and now Georgia's starting Stetson Bennett the fourth or whatever. Funny how that stuff works. God Kong says, I hope they both lose. Me too, man. Me too. Hype Michigan State, no south of Toledo here. Came for the ha-has, stayed to watch my alma mater get gassed. George, the big Michigan State guy. We'll see what happens. Auburn's going to get crushed. I actually took Auburn to cover. They're 5.5 point dogs at home against A&M. And, I haven't watched hardly any SEC football this year. I'm not going to lie about it. But Auburn at home, you have to assume they're going to be okay. I don't know much about A&M. Is Johnny Manziel still the quarterback there, I think? So he's pretty good. But other than that, I don't know. We'll see what happens. AB says, how about Michigan QBs in the NFL? Only one that's done well was Tom Brady. Here's the thing, though. Tom Brady did so well that he made up for every other Michigan quarterback that's ever existed. Also, John Navarre is an absolute stud. He was great for the Arizona Cardinals. And Chad Henne, still in the league. He's doing his thing. So shout out Chad Henne. But yeah, Denard Robinson didn't really work out. Devin Gardner disappeared. It's real sad. But this should be a good game, man. I'm excited for it. Well, it might not be a good game, honestly. It's going to be a great stream, though. So thanks to everyone for joining me. Hopefully we'll get some new faces in the chat here. George says, can we touch briefly on what the F happened to Big Ten basketball this week? I haven't followed the whole entire conference. I've seen a few things here and there. I know Michigan is undefeated. I know Juwan Howard loves to yell and scream at his players and then get that back from them, which is kind of weird that they do that. But as long as we're winning, I guess it's worth it. I don't know, man. I just hope it doesn't turn into a Bob Knight, Greg Marshall type situation. Hope there's no naughtiness going on there in Ann Arbor. Like I said, I haven't really followed a ton of Big Ten basketball. I've kind of been out of touch with things here. So if anyone wants to talk in the chat, feel free. We'll get that going. I do know that my Winthrop Eagles are undefeated 2-0 on the season after smacking UNC Greensboro and then following that up with a big win on, let's say Saturday. It was on Thursday. They played midday and got another dub there. Who'd they play? Completely blanking, but they won by 6. My boy DJ. He's like a young Zebo out there for all you Michigan State fans on Winthrop University. DJ Burns, big chunky lefty. He's great. So we're all rooting for Winthrop, baby. Michigan State beat 4-0 Duke. Duke's so overrated every single year. We all know that's true. I'm trying to get this Gamecast going, so hopefully it'll turn to the game here. It looks like we're just about to get started. Wisconsin lost to Marquette. I did see that. That was crazy, man, on that tip-in or whatever. Illinois went down. Wisconsin went down, like we just said. But, hey, we're underway here. Baylor destroyed Illinois. Baylor's pretty good, but I hope Gonzaga smacks them today. I really do. Michigan State receives the ball. They will call a fair catch on the kickoff, so it'll be their ball to start things off as we get going here. Let me see if I can fix this thing. This is not what I want everyone to see. Go away. Clearly, I'm a pro at this. This is usually Ray's job, so I'm sad that he's not here doing this for me. Scores. I don't want scores. I don't want videos. Refresh. Don't worry, we're not missing any action. I'm just looking like a moron right now. No, I don't want videos. Please go away. The fuck? First play of the game, and Draco Malfoy messes up on the handoff. That was a not a misdirection. They screwed that play up, it looked like, and he went forward. Gain of 0. So it'll be second down upcoming for the Spartans. This is the most embarrassing moment of my life. I do apologize to everyone trying to get these scores going on. So let's stop that for a second while I try to figure out my life. Second 11 now would be Lombardi dropping back to screen pass as they swing it out to the left side. The cameraman is focusing on the quarterback right now. What the I don't know what that was. That was not my problem. That was Heyward on the grab. Picked up some yardage. I don't know how much because, again, the cameraman had no clue what he was doing there. So it'll be 3rd down and 3 coming up. Good call on the screen pass there to avoid the rush, get some yardage as Michigan State lost 1 on their first possession. They're going to go with a stacked line, 6 on the line, 3 to the quarterbacks right in the backfield. They hand it off on 3rd and 3. It's Heyward again, and that's a Jim Harbaugh play call right there. 3rd and 3, and you're going to rush into traffic on the left side, try to pull your guard. And was it Togiai? Am I saying that right? I know he's really good for Ohio State. He's nasty defensive tackle. Big stop for loss there. So Michigan State's going to be punting 1 minute and 15 seconds into this ball game. Hey, Gamecast. Let's make it work. Share. Yay, we did it. All right. Now we're cooking, baby. God Kong says, can we see the dog? So I'm actually dog sitting. I've got 2 dogs in the building. Let me see if we can get one. This is Duke. Duke, say hi. Hi, Duke. He's a golden retriever and a very good boy. And now my camera's messed up. PJ says, hope Lombardi doesn't throw so many picks. Yeah, I think we all hope that, man. Oh, wait, here's dog 2. Let's just get all the dogs. Equal dogging. Grace, look up. Come over here. That's Grace. That's Duke. And now you've met the dogs. So here we go. Ohio State ball, 1st and 10. They're going to be running from their own 17-yard line after the punt from Michigan State. Fields bobbles the snap and then fires down the right side to a wide open receiver. That was Olave with the grab for a 1st down. Just no one at all in particular around there. George says your dog's barking at the FedEx guys. Are those burritos you said you were going to send? So hopefully those are on the way. Appreciate that. You know, I was wondering, is that Ironhead Hayward's kid? I know Cam was his. I didn't know this guy was also his. So, yeah, good job for him pumping those out. Former Falcons stud fullback there. 1st and 10. Fields with the play-action fake and fires Olave again. This one is bobbled and dropped. It looked like he might have turned his head there expecting a hit from Brown. And he dropped that pass, so it'll be 2nd and 10 upcoming. For all you new people in chat, if there are any, you know, I might be looking a little different today. Went out and bought an HD webcam, so I'm really upping my game there. That is, of course, all courtesy of our man Jim B with a big donation last week for the channel. We really appreciate it. I went out, I bought a mic, and I bought a new cam. I know Ray's got some stuff on the way too, so we're definitely using that money to help improve the channel. And again, appreciate all the support from you guys, and especially everyone in the chat who doesn't care about this game at all. They're just here to hang out. As Fields bobbles another shotgun snap. So they've snapped it 3 times in the shotgun, and 2 times out of those 3, he has bobbled it. I'm not sure if their starting center is out. They're missing 3 offensive linemen due to COVID as they take a deep shot down the field to Olave on the left side of the field. There is a flag on the play. I don't think it was for pass interference, though. Let's see what we got here. We got a personal foul roughing the quarterback on Michigan State. So that'll be 15 yards and a 1st down. He knows the better quality. Well, thank you so much. I'm working on the lighting. I had to bring in a lamp from the living room. So that's why this side of my face is bright and this side of my face is dark because I have a big-ass TV blocking my window. I just really need a studio-type place. We'll see what happens. Why stream this? I thought you hated us. It's for the channel, baby. I was planning on doing Michigan, Maryland. Or we were, I should say. And then when that game got canceled, we didn't want to go a Saturday without streaming. Having a channel is all about getting those view counts and subscribers and stuff. So figured we've already played Michigan State, so we might have some Michigan State fans for the channel. We play Ohio State next week, so maybe introduce them to us this week in preparation for next week, which will hopefully be a good game. As Fields bobbles his 3rd shotgun snap of the game, I don't understand what's going on. Like, these snap, they're a little high. I don't think they're bad. And even if I don't know why he can't catch, it's a shot, just catch it. And he's really struggling with that. I mean, they're showing pregame that the new center, 76, I don't know what his name is, Miller. Apparently he was having some issues pregame with the snaps. And that one's at his feet. So he's going to pick that one up and just run with it. All right, so now I'm going to put half the blame on Fields, half the blame on the center. But here's the craziest thing. Fields just picked up a 1st down. There was no pass rush at all for Michigan State. Able to pick up the ball at his feet, pick it up, 5 yards, first down, no big deal. Oh, Gonzaga. Oh, no. That was going to be a marquee matchup, man. That sucks. That really sucks. I was looking forward to that one. I think Gonzaga's nasty. 1st and 10. That's a good snap this time as they hand it off. I believe this is the first handoff of the game as that goes to Master Teague. He's going to fall forward, pick up about 3 yards on the play. Ray says, this guy's so cute. Stop it. Guys, Ray's in the chat. Say hi to Ray. He should be. So wait, how can you be in the chat, but you can't stream with me? What the hell? That's pretty messed up. God Kong, that's what we need, a flood of rabid Ohio State fans next week. Honestly, man, like, I don't know. If we play, God, I hope we play. I really want to play the game, even though it would be kind of fun if we didn't play and it screws Ohio State's season. But that's next level stuff. We don't need to be doing that. But I just want to see the battle in the chat, man. Michigan versus Ohio State fans just going absolutely nuts. So Rami says, hey, Ray. So there you go. Everyone loves Ray. Ray, they miss you, bud. They miss you so much. We've got 3 guys making their first career start on the Ohio State offensive line that they're showing right now. On 3rd and 2, it's a shotgun snap. Fields rolls out to his left and fires to the left hash mark, and it's caught by Ole for a first down. So Ohio State doing their thing, man, and just, dominating. God Kong says, wouldn't Ray just use the intermittent channel? You'd think so. I don't know why he's not in there. Lakeview, hello, how are you? Get off the shed, Ray, off the shed. Thunder Max also gives Ray. God, guys, I promise this is making Ray feel really good about himself and hopefully feeling bad that he's missing this stream. As they break it to the left side, broken tackle in the backfield, and Master Teague's going to run that one in. That was about a 22, 23-yard touchdown for Master Teague III, which is one of the coolest names I've ever heard. Broken tackle in the backfield and then wide open spaces. Showed off the speed a little bit there as Ohio State gets on the board early. Actually, I think he was in. They showed a replay. Didn't know if the ball crossed, but I think he should be good to go. Ohio State, good at offense. Michigan State, not great at defense. So this might happen just, all day. All day. Sir Romney says imposter. It's probably a niche, honestly, as Ray. We've done 2 out of 3 loads and are being fed yummies. So that's how adults talk. That's interesting. OSU is very overrated. Fields is good. Their secondary is about as bad as us. They don't belong in the college football playoff. They will get smoked. Dustin Miller bringing the heat. Lakeview says he's a beast. I mean, that run looked pretty solid, I'll tell you that. God Kong says this is sad. They're not even on the same level. It's like watching my old high school, and that's not a good thing. Thunder Max says he's not in. They're doing a super slow-mo replay now. And, I mean, they called it touchdown, so it has to be, like, super clear that he wasn't in. So that might be an issue here. I guess we'll see what happens. Ray says, is this with your new webcam quality difference is A-okay. It sure is, bud. Yes, I spared no expense on Amazon, bought this new camera. The lighting situation's kind of weird on it. It doesn't pick up light very well, so I'm feeling a little dark, especially on this side of my face. But we'll figure it out eventually. So Rami says Field should be a second-round pick. He's incredibly overrated. We'll see what happens. He has not completed a deep ball yet. He's a couple passes out to the sidelines as here's the call after review. Larry Smith is our referee today. He's a big old boy. And they say he was, I don't know, they cut away as he was speaking. So it's really hard to do this on mute. I just have to wait for graphics the whole time. Yeah, they said he was down at the 1, so I'm sure he's just going to punch it in on this next play. That's about all we got. Stomping Peak. You guys think OSU was on your level? They have more than 2 wins. It's a fair point. They also have 0 losses. God Kong right here. I love when they take 10 minutes review just from the punching on the next play. Is there any doubt that they score on this play? Like, it's 100% chance, right? They score on this exact play. And they hand it off to Teague. Oh, he was actually stopped short. He ran into a big pile up the middle. I don't think he got in. They're going to call him short there. One interesting thing, so I did exactly like 12 minutes of research before jumping on here just so I could be fully prepared. You're welcome. Ohio State, on offense, they're like a 5-man show, right? It's Fields at quarterback, Master Teague is the heavy ball carrier, Trey Sermon does a little bit, and then Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave are the receivers, and like no one else on offense has done anything all year. It's literally 2 backs, 2 receivers, and Fields, and that's all they use. Oh, they stop him again. That's a big hit in the backfield from Klein. And was it Henderson for Michigan State as well? So it's going to be 3rd and goal after talking all that mess about him not getting in. It's 3rd and goal now from the 3 after 2 rushes for loss. Michigan State showing a little heart here. You love to see it. So Rami says, are you serious? The channel's no longer monetized. We are monetized, but on the back end with all the graphics and revenue estimations and stuff, we went from making like this much money, and then just today they dropped us down to about here. Like they took away a couple $100 from our estimated revenue for unknown reasons. So we're pretty upset about that. As Fields is going to scramble out of the backfield and walk it into the end zone for an easy touchdown. Justin Fields, Ohio State is officially on the board. 6-0 lead for the Buckeyes. Glenn says Ohio State's 3rd string is better than the 1st string, which means don't watch the score. It's going to get ugly. I imagine they have a just stable of young men ready to go in this one. Again, 24-point spread coming into this. Vegas usually knows their stuff. So, yeah, I think we're all kind of expecting a blowout. My biggest thing after watching that first drive from Ohio State is, what's up with this offensive line? 3 guys making their first career start. We'll see how they handle this. The snaps have been terrible out of the shotgun, and I'm assuming, just like every other college football team seemingly in the country, does Ohio State just work exclusively out of the shotgun? I'm going to assume that is true. Let's see. We got a Susan from Sir Rami. Thank you, Sir Rami. Stomping Peak thinks OSU is going to struggle without their players. I mean, they should have enough talent to overcome it, though, right? I mean, they're good enough. And Fields, the receivers, the running backs, I think they're all there, right? So that's all that really matters on offense. What does intermittent sports mean? So Ray named the channel, and this is his thinking. Intra, because he and I went to school together and played intramural sports together. So it's intra-mitten, the Mitten State, Michigan. We cover Michigan sports. Intermittent sports. It doesn't make any sense, I promise, but we'll go with it. Ray said yes. Ray says Susan is the YouTube CEO. Well, she's a very nice lady. I hope she pays us our money. Some Peak, they're missing their NFL level linemen. I mean, it's shown. I mean, they gave 2 tackles for loss and those weird snaps. So maybe it'll turn into something. Maybe it won't. I guess we'll see. Glenn says there's no worries in Ohio. We can count votes. Hope you can add up points. We'll see what happens. What's up, Luis? He's in this bit. Go State. What's up, dude? Well, welcome to the channel. Appreciate you stopping by. I don't know about you guys, but down here in Orlando, Florida right now, it is about 73 degrees with bright blue skies. I'm assuming everyone around the country is also experiencing the same weather right now. Just real nice December weather. Happens all the time. Luis dropping the 28-7 Ohio State prediction. I think, is that for like the first quarter or the first half? If Ohio State is held to 28 points, if they score 28 points or less, I will shotgun 3 beers back to back to back during tomorrow's Lions stream. There is no way they score less than 40. Their lowest point total, I have this in my notes, their lowest point total of the season is 38 points, which they scored against Penn State. They will murder Michigan State. They're going to score 1 million points. So I think 28-7 is a little bit off there. You don't have 2 feet of frost. I don't. And actually, we got a Florida freeze earlier this week on Tuesday. Get this. Absolutely wild. The high was like 56 degrees. The low was like 33. And people were dying. Parkas, North Face, wool hats. Like, it's mid-50s. And people were dressing like they were going into the tundra. It was absolutely hilarious. It happens every year. I went to a high school in Alaska, so like I'm used to it. Even though I'm pretty soft now, Florida has softened me up for sure. But yeah, to watch people when it gets below like 50 down here, it cracks me up every single time. Thundermax says, get out of the chat if you like Ohio State. We'll see what happens. Stomping says about mid-30s here in Ohio. Hey. I never want to hear this from Florida freeze again. It's so funny, dude. Honestly, people go out, like they go to Lowe's and Home Depot, and they have to buy blankets for their plants and shrubs because if it gets too cold, they'll die or whatever. They have to dress their plants here, which I think is pretty funny to see like palm trees wrapped up in blankets like they're people. Michigan State's going to call a fair catch on the kickoff. So it'll be their ball from, the 25, I think is how that rule works, maybe the 30. I don't really understand college. 7-0 Ohio State early on here. Thunder Max is going to go 45-20 Ohio State. That'd be interesting. I don't know if Michigan State has offense like that, man. They were shut out once against Indiana, I believe, and then they scored 7 against Iowa? Whatever it is, they don't score a ton of points. 50s isn't even sweatshirt weather. It's hoodie weather, man. I love hoodie weather. It's like my favorite time of year. I've been wearing my sweatpants all week. Oh, it's a real treat. But here we go, back to the action from the 25, 1st and 10. Draco Malfoy drops back and hits a slant route that is dropped by his tight end. They are going to throw a flag on the play. Looks like pass interference. How about the Michigan State tight end wearing number 97? A lot of weird numbers in this game. That's why I love Southern teams go up north in November, December. It honestly is pretty funny to watch that happen, especially like in the NFL and stuff. You get the Dolphins, the Jags, the Bucks traveling to Green Bay or Buffalo or something like that. It's a game changer, man. It definitely mixes things up. God Kong says hoodie weather is the best weather, and you're not wrong, my friends. It absolutely is. Ray chiming in. They scored 27 against Michigan's elite defense. That is, if you can put 27 up on Michigan, you're going places. That means you're a pretty solid team. On the RPO, they're handing it off to Heyward, and he is hit just past the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of 1. Smith with the tackle for Ohio State. So it'll be 2nd and 9 coming up after that pass interference penalty. Highlight clip here, Texas A&M against Auburn at Auburn as A&M takes an early 7-0 lead. Lombardi throws it deep, taking a shot downfield, trying to find Nailor on the left side. That ball was almost picked off, and then that ball was almost caught by Nailor. But instead, it's just a drop, so it'll be 3rd and 8 coming up for Michigan State. Not the best throw. He put a lot of air under that, and if he added another 2 yards to it, probably would have been a completion. Alas, it was just an incomplete. George says, does anybody know how far from Clemson Ray's sister is moving from Clemson? Ray, if you want to chime in there, we'd love to hear where she's moving to. In a non-creepy way, of course. 3rd and 8 out of the shotgun. Ohio State bringing a blitz of 5. They throw to the right side, and that is not even close. Intended for someone who I don't have a number for, so we'll assume it was a freshman or something. Way off to the right. Lombardi, terrible throw. And for the second time, the Spartans are going to punt. God Kong, like with Miami, Wisconsin bowl games, Wisconsin's walking around without sleeves while Miami's shivering on the bench in jackets. It's true, man. Those Midwestern folk, they're different. They're built different than Southerns. Fair catch called for at the 18-yard line by Ohio State. So the Buckeyes will have the ball once again after this commercial break. 8 minutes left in the first quarter. They're going to score a lot. They're going for 45 easy. Easy, I think. George says Lombardi is a dumpster fire. Here's a question for the chat. Would you rather have Lombardi or Joe Milton on your team? I think that's a pretty decent question. He says she lives about 45 minutes from Clemson, so about 22 and a half minutes his time. That's funny. Valhalla gave me a like. Let's go. Thanks, bud. Appreciate you. Usually we're a 2-man show. Appreciate you tuning in today. Usually my man Ray, who's in the chat as Intermittent Sports, joins me. He's way better at everything than I am, but he's helping his sister move today. He might be in later today. We'll see. If he has time to chat, I don't understand why he doesn't have time to stream, but alas, that's another conversation for another day. AB says he'd rather have Lombardi. God Kong said I'd rather be QB myself. Who wins, Poo-Poo, Penn State, or Rutgers? I'm assuming Penn State, man. I mean, they still have talent, right? Like, they were supposed to be good, whereas Rutgers was never supposed to be good. So if Penn State is able to beat Michigan, that means Penn State should beat Rutgers because Michigan beat Rutgers in triple overtime. So that's how that works. Selling yourself short. Good comments here. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks, man. Once I get more beers in me, I'm still on my first one. I'm slow today. When I do the solo streams, I don't drink as quick. So once they get flowing, that's when the real creativity comes out. So you'll see. God, because he's eating yummies. He actually said that in the chat. 33-year-old guy said he's eating yummies. It's great. Milton should never play another snap after what he said to the coaches. I actually didn't hear what he said to the coaches. So if you want to share that, that'd be great. I think he should never play another snap because he sucks. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Beard of the Igniter. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Really wish my lighting wasn't dog shit. I have no idea. I have very few plugs. I'm in my room. I don't have any plugs. I've got boxes in the way. I'm actually going to try something here while we're on commercial. So keep chatting amongst yourselves. You're doing great. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Let's go. I'm blind. I just looked right into a light bulb. I think we're good. Better, maybe? We'll see. We'll see. All right. Penn State 38-28 over Rutgers. That's not a bad guess. My cousin Philip is the greatest. That's false. What in the shit are yummies? What did I miss? That's a Ray special, man. I don't know. He also says, I'll remember this forever. When we were in college, whenever Ray had to take a dump, he would say he had to boo-boo in the bathroom. As an adult male, he was saying he had to boo-boo in the bathroom. Weird guy. Weird guy. He said he wants to transfer and drop 40 on Michigan when he got benched. Okay, who's going to take him? What team will want Joe Milton after what they saw? First play from scrimmage on their second drive, Ohio State. Teague gains about 6 to the right side on a counter play. We see Harbaugh wants a life contract to coach Michigan. God, please no. I know all the Ohio State fans want that, but please no. Thunder Max says, come on, Ray, join the chat. I don't understand how you can chat and not be in the video, man. Just make it happen. Michigan is okay, I guess. On second, they will hand it off to Teague once more. He breaks one tackle in the backfield, but is then swarmed by a pack of Spartans. I don't know. What do you call a group of Spartans? 300 of Spartans? And he's tackled, so it'll be 3rd and 7 coming up for Ohio State. This is only the second game in the last 4 weeks, second game in 28 days for Ohio State after their 2 COVID cancellations earlier. And again, if they miss one more, they are not eligible for the Big Ten Championship. What would that do for their national playoff hopes? Who knows? What do you like if they go 5-0, no Big Ten Championship? Do you still give them a shot in the playoff? I mean, they're clearly a very good team, right? So do you hold the no conference thing against them? It's not their fault everyone got COVID. 3rd and 7, Fields is going to scramble for a first down and slides forward on a gain of about probably 12 or 13, so that'll be a first down. Nice play there from Fields showing his escapability. Michigan State only brought 4 on the rush. They actually had a clear shot. Looked like they might have called a screen pass, but the guy slipped, and then Fields took off to the right. Looked like it might have been a late hit as well as he slid down, but they didn't call anything. He's up to 27 yards rushing on the day. 2 of 3 passing for 23 yards is Fields. Doing it all, the overrated quarterback, according to some in this chat. On first down, the master breaks it off to the left side, picks up about 10. There is a flag on this play, probably for holding. It was a sweep, so my guess is the tight end or a tackle is going to be called here. Packers will draft Milton in the first round. Yeah, they're giving up on Jordan Love already. Aaron Rodgers is washed. Get rid of him. Dog Boy says Ohio State suck. Eating chili. There's no equipment here at Trisha's house or internet. That's sad. Stop cussing. An army of Spartans. I don't know. I don't know if it's an army, a crew. I don't care. I'm an OSU fan. If they don't have their players in practice, I don't want them in the playoffs. They have looked rusty. I don't know, man. They're beating the hell out of everybody, so I think they look fine. The Chili's with beans. Oh, my God. Oh, my Lord. The dogs are barking. Here's Justin Fields on a wide receiver screen that just looked terrible from the jump. Sorry for the barking. That scared the shit out of me. It looked like they were going to do a wide receiver pass because he threw that ball backwards to, was that Wilson? No, that was to Trey Sermon, who caught it well behind the quarterback, and Michigan State just ate that up, man. That wasn't even close. Big loss on the play, big stop there for Michigan State. But it was only first down, so it'll be second and long coming up. Sure. It says Fields is a one-man show. He's doing it all, man. Rushing, throwing. I don't think he's overrated. I think he's pretty good. So here we go. It's going to be a handoff. What? There's someone at the door? Oh, my God. I'm going to get this real quick. Talk amongst yourselves. Why are you barking? Jesus Christ. SWAT team is here. That was a UPS guy dropping off a package. How about he comes up, rings the doorbell, and then left the package by the garage door? So we're just causing all sorts of mischief and mayhem. Looks like Ohio State's going to punt. I leave for 2 seconds, and Michigan State actually gets a stop. So that's interesting. The punt is a good one, driving the returner back all the way to the Michigan State 20, where it's fair caught. It'll be Michigan State ball, 4:50 left on the clock here in the first quarter. Let's see what we got. Wow, the doggo hype. They were loud. They don't usually bark. Well, only one of them's mine. We're dog sitting this golden retriever, but he's super chill usually until the UPS guy comes by. Buckeyes versus Spartans. Folks, this is what you're missing without Ray here. The play on words, the pun capabilities are just on another level. The guy's a genius. We wish we had him. Dustin said, I'd rather see BYU in the playoffs. How about this? Coastal Carolina is going to beat BYU today. I'll repeat. Coastal Carolina will defeat BYU today. Lock that in. I got money on it. I put money on it. That was the last we saw of Phil. Phil's getting swatted. Fields is great. He's like Lamar with speed, but he can throw good downfield. 4.3 speed is crazy for a QB. It's pretty good. It was UPS. For anyone who picked UPS, you won. Was it pizza? I did not eat today. I'm only drinking beer right now. So I had coffee this morning and beer. So I'm going to probably smash some wings later, would be my guess. We'll see what happens. You heard the dachshund pulled it. It's true. I'm not eating, I promise. Very rare for a guy of my size. The way Phil gives out personal information, would it be? Dude, I was thinking about that the other day. Like, there is a public record now of the weird stuff I've done in my life. I should probably not do that. But at least I don't put my last name on my thing. I'm just Phil, so no one knows who I actually am. That's only one. We got one down. Let's see if I can get through like 8 of these today. Valhalla says beer breakfast for the win. I guess, man, it's beer brunch because it's 12:37. Drinking on an empty stomach. I am. Here's the thing. My stomach is not ever empty. It's very large. So I should be all right. Let's see Baltimore drafting Fields if he drops. I don't think so, man. I mean, like, Lamar doesn't look great, but he also just won an MVP. So you say drop, so what, like 3rd, 4th round or late first? Like, I don't think they're going to roll the dice there. They have no need to. Want me to link his OnlyFans? I mean, whatever pays the bills, man. Apparently YouTube's not trying to pay us, so I got to do something to keep the channel alive. Give us your Instagram, which does have your last name. Damn it. Do you follow me? I mean, I'm just in there for the follows. That's all I want. Except for his backup 2nd round. I don't know, man. I mean, 2nd round on a quarterback. I feel like they've got some other – every team should probably have other needs they need to address before they pick up a 2nd round quarterback. It's just my thought. But I'm not a GM. I don't know anything. I'm a Lions fan, so I really don't know anything about drafting. Don't listen to anything I have to say. It says Coors Light aluminum bottle is kind of bougie. I mean, listen, down here in Orlando, Florida, we are monetized now. I used to only drink Natty Light, but since we started accepting tips and got monetized from ads, I upped my game to Coors Light. So it's not a big deal. It's whatever. We're showing the playoff predictor here. Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, Ohio State are predicted to get into the playoff. Cincinnati, apparently, currently number 7, has a 32% chance. So I feel like they would just jump everybody, I guess. I guess because they're going to go undefeated. As Michigan State fumbles the shotgun snap, Lombardi able to pick it up and fire it off to the left, incomplete, to avoid disaster. There is a flag on the play, though. So we'll see what they have to say about that. A lot of flags early on, a lot of laundry on the field, as the kids like to say. At least you guys drafted Barry Sanders instead of Tony Mandarich. Wasn't Tony supposed to be like the best prospect of all time? According to Sports Illustrated, I think, when that came out in '89 or whatever. It's going to be holding on offense. Offense is Michigan State in this case. Be a 10-yard penalty. There are thousands of Jim B's on OnlyFans. Well, I hope I find every single one of them. I hope they support me. Baltimore's loaded right now. The Super Bowl window is the next few years. The only weakness is Lamar when he isn't on the field. I mean, I'm not going to lie. He does kind of suck. Like, it's so crazy that last year he was so good. I guess teams just have so much tape on him now. They know how to defend, but he really can't throw very well. He's obviously explosive as a ball carrier, and he is a threat. You just hope he kind of delivers the ball a little bit better. As 1st and 20, Michigan State's going to hand it off on a counter play to the right side, pick up about 3 yards. Excuse me. Ray's extensive knowledge of OnlyFans is disturbing. I mean, again, we all have to make money somehow, man. The incredible Bo, Tony Mandarich. Yeah, that was tough. The late 80s, early 90s, honestly, had a bunch of really bad drafts. Like, very few of those guys, I feel like, turned out to do things. 89 was good with Barry, Aikman. I think it was Chris Carter in that one. Derek Thomas was in that one. 89 was like the last really good year of draft. 90 had Emmitt Smith and Jeff George. 91 had Brett Favre, but he was like a 4th rounder or whatever. And like very little else. Ricky Waters, I think, was in 1991. My boy Herman Moore was 1991. But like when those are your headliners, you know it was a shitty draft. And then 92 was probably the worst NFL draft of all time. I think a lot of people have mentioned that. 92 was really, really bad. 3rd and 15, they're going to run it up the middle. And that was Collins on the carry. Looked like he picked up 14 on 3rd and 15. He really showed some explosiveness there, picking up a ton of yardage. Nice play call there for Michigan State. Usually I hate the handoff on 3rd and long, but he was able to turn that into something. 4th and 1, they are not going to go for it. They are deep in their own territory here. So Michigan State is going to punt for the 3rd time today, which you can't really blame them. But at the same time, it's like, that sucks. It makes you real sad inside, you know? God Kong says, don't forget Dion in 89. Of course, I would never forget Dion. He's so good. Was Tim Brown 89 too? He might have been 88. He was right around there. 89 was a really good year. 27 up in here. Smash the thumbs and subscribe. Thank you, sir. We got 31 now in the watching live. Appreciate you guys. Anyone new to the channel, Michigan State fans, Ohio State fans, whatever you might be. Here's a line out of Ray's book. This is Intermittent Sports, where we cover the Detroit Lions, Detroit Pistons, Detroit Tigers, and Michigan Wolverines. So if you like 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of those teams, be sure to subscribe and hit that ding-ding bell notification. Every time we go live, we try to do every Michigan game and every Lions game during the weekends. Once football ends and basketball picks up, we'll start doing some more Michigan basketball, maybe some Pistons stuff. I'll definitely do Pistons videos as Fields breaks a tackle and shows off that 4-3 speed, taking off down the left sideline. He is pushed out of bounds, but not before he picks up about 35 yards on the QB keeper, as Justin Fields showing off why he is one of the Heisman favorites for this season. Nice run there from the quarterback, snapping ankles. Not once, not twice, 3 times. He ran by guys without being touched. It's pretty impressive stuff. Nick Chubb's the second rounder, and he is one of the best backs in the league. I agree. Nick Chubb is phenomenal. 4 beers if it's 23 points, Ohio. I'll drink 4 beers just for fun. Fields is hit as he throws, as Michigan State finally able to get some pressure on him. So it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up. A lot of 3 and outs. So we are boob. Take a page out of Ray's book. He gets it. My man George freaking gets it. Oh, yeah. I forgot about this. Doing a doubleheader. So tomorrow is Sunday, December the 6th. Lions game. They play the Bears at 1 o'clock. And then Michigan plays the UCF Golden Knights. Actually, they're just the Knights now. I shouldn't have said that. My Orlando hometown team, they play UCF in basketball at 4. So we are just going to flow. If anyone wants to waste their entire Sunday with us, we're doing the Lions game at 1 and streaming right into the Michigan UCF basketball game following that. So you can watch us for like 6 hours as Ohio State scores another touchdown. That's Wilson on the grab. Nice play call there. I know I was pumping our channel without talking about the game. That was Garrett Wilson, 28-yard touchdown pass from Fields, just wide open. Ohio State at this point just toying with Michigan State. It's 13-0, 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Occasionally cover Ohio State. Only when we need to, man. Nice play there from Wilson. I mean, really nice throw from Fields. Over one defender. Wilson able to stiff arm the second defender on the zone coverage. Easy tud for the Buckeyes. Thoughts on skipping week 8 to screw OSU? Honestly, first of all, Andrew, I don't recognize the name, so welcome to the channel. Appreciate you stopping in. That would be kind of hilarious, but also a dick move. So, like, I feel like Michigan's classier than that. But at the same time, if Jim Harbaugh wants to keep his job, he might pull the skip move. Oh, yeah, we got COVID. We can't play. That would screw them out of a Big Ten title. It would not screw them out of a playoff shot, though, I don't think. I think they could still be voted in. But at 5-0, that'd be pretty tough to argue when Cincinnati or someone like that is at 8-0, or even a 7-1 Florida, if that comes to be. You know, can you really put a 5-0 Ohio State over those teams? That's where the argument comes into play, man. And that's why the playoff's so crazy. I do like it better than the BCS, though, I'll tell you that. Hell yeah, I'll be there. Appreciate you stopping in. Ray will be eating his yummies tomorrow, but that's all right. I'll have a nonstop just yummy fest. It's going to be sick. That Lions bedspread is kind of sus, unless that's your kid's room. How about my mom made me that blanket, asshole? I'm kidding. She really did make it. You're not an asshole, though. It's just a little blanky blank. Mother, the craftsman. Shout out my mom. She's great. Michigan State returns the kickoff all the way out to the 37-yard line. So decent field position for the Spartans coming up here. Ohio State needs to either play a competitive game or deliver a historic blowout. It's always boring in this middle ground. I agree. As they cut to Nebraska, Purdue, Nebraska under pressure. Their quarterback just broke 4 tackles in the backfield and is able to score. Eric Crouch out there doing big things. 17-3 Nebraska. I definitely took Purdue to cover. They're at home. They were 2-point favorites. So I'm going to need the Boilermakers to do something here, or it's going to cost me some money. It'd be Michigan's biggest win of Ohio State in my lifetime. Yeah, it would be. For sure, if they play. I think they'll play, man. I don't think they're going to cancel unless it's like a legit COVID concern. I think canceling that game just because would be – that's a little Bush League. Michigan didn't do themselves any favors with their out-of-conference schedule. UCF's nasty. They got Taco Fall. They got Johnny Dawkins as their head coach. That means they're good. 56-10 UNC. Cousin Philip in the building. Welcome. Rocking that Tua jersey. Phil can't even respond on Hitch, much less a child. It's Hinge, first of all. Yeah, no, I'm really bad at talking to the girls via online dating. First time getting called an AH day. I started early. It's only 12:47, so half the day's gone, man. Wisconsin, Minnesota got canceled. It's only fair. That is true. I mean, they lost out on their shot. Thunder Max is 77-0 Notre Dame against, Syracuse, right? I think they were 34.5-point favorites in that one. That'll be real interesting. Congrats from a Vikings fan on firing Patricia and Quinn. What would you do if Harbaugh got hired for a Bob type position? I would kill myself. Not to be too dramatic, but that's something we don't want to see. Hitch makes more sense. Great movie. A lot of people I've gotten a lot of Kevin James comparisons. You guys can't see it, but I'm actually fat. So I'm a funny fat guy with a beard. I get a lot of Kevin James stuff going on. Hitch is pretty good. Did the whole Q-tip dance thing. Yeah, that's pretty good. Plus, was it Eva Mendes? Whew, smoke show. Eric Crouch reference, yes, sir. So here's my thing. I don't know anything about current college football, but if you just want sick references to 90s and 2000s football players or basketball players, I'm in. I'm your guy. Vikings hype pass. Actually, I had Dalvin Cook. Actually, no, Dalvin Cook let me down, man. He really screwed me. How about in fantasy? As Michigan State runs for about 3 yards on 2nd and 10, it'll be 3rd and 7 coming up. In one league, I led the league in points scored. It was only an 8-team league. I led the league in points scored, finished 5th, didn't make the playoffs. Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook, Patrick Mahomes, DeAndre Hopkins on the same team, didn't make the playoffs. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, Smurgan Durgan. If you guys continue with that, I will boot you from the chat. Okay, I will block you from the channel. No one knows what you're talking about. Please stop. Thank you. Vikings are overrated. Are they even rated? I don't think anyone thinks they're good. 3rd and 8. It's a quick dump off. And was that a horse? It was not a horse collar tackle. That was Heyward on the grab out of the backfield. He gained about 3 yards. Not able to break it. So Michigan State's going to punt for the 4th time. Let's go. Captain Kirk is balling top pass rating the past 5 weeks. I love Justin Jefferson. I think he's real good. You can't block your own channel. I'll find a way. I'll start my own channel and then block Ray from it. That's all I can do. It's Andy Katzenmoyer out with COVID. Those are the references I'm talking about. Let's go. You love to see it. Draft lines and see how your fantasy football season goes. No. I have Stafford on one team, but he doesn't play a lot. Hawkinson's been good. I will say that. What a day, what a day. He knows my password. I'm screwed. God, Colin, I really wanted Jefferson. I didn't think the receivers were going to go that fast. It was crazy, man. There's so many talented young receivers, especially in this draft alone, man. It's really, really impressive. Phil kills the grill. I love Jefferson. Chase Claypool's had a big year, obviously, for the Steelers. Jerry Jeudy hasn't even really done anything for Denver, but I think he's really good too. The receiving core this year is really, really, really strong. As on 1st down, the Ohio State Buckeyes pick up about 2 yards on a run. That'll be 2nd and 8 coming up as we wind down the first quarter. As they zoom in on the replacement center guy again. So, I'm assuming it was another bad snap. I actually missed the play. I'm really bad at this job. I do apologize. So 14-0 Buckeyes through 1. Holland says, don't forget CeeDee Lamb. He's having a big season down in Dallas. As big as you can, I guess, without Dak. Crazy to me how important Dak Prescott was to that team because I honestly thought he was kind of overrated. I wasn't a huge fan of his. But the second he went down, that team went to shit. Zeke didn't do anything. Amari Cooper didn't do anything. CeeDee Lamb didn't do anything. It was tough to watch. Not really. Everyone hates the Cowboys. Godcock says, I wouldn't want Phil to have my Neopets password, much less the password to my livelihood. Thankfully, Ray does have another job. He just hates it and wants to turn this into his full-time job. Maybe someday, bud. You'll get there. But I'm very trustworthy. You can send me all your passwords, and I won't tell anyone, I promise. Unless I keep drinking and do it on Halftime Stories with Phil. I used to think Wentz was better than Dak. A lot of people did, man. Carson Wentz, he finessed a lot of folks. He's really bad. He's really bad at quarterback. And I don't know. He had 2 good years, but the past 2 years, he has sucked. Ethan wants to know where the MSU fans are at because they're down 14-0. You gave out your dad's phone number. I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't do it on purpose. So that doesn't count. We got 25 people in the chat right now. Appreciate you guys stopping by for this non-Michigan game that we are streaming live on your home for Michigan sports, Intermittent Sports. My boss just called and fired me. Apparently, he's watching the stream. God Kong says, wait, Ray, seriously. God Kong, let me tell you a little story, bud. There is no chance that anything Ray ever says is actually true. So just don't worry about that at all. I'm sure Ray's fine. Wentz was better before losing half his leg. That's a fair point. He did get hurt, which led to the Nick Foles Super Bowl MVP, which is what? Like, how is that a thing that happened in our lifetimes? That's crazy. I'm very trustworthy. Here's Katie's profile. It was just a picture, man. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'd like the Vikings to get Wentz to back up Cousins, but they own like $1 trillion. They really do. Quarterbacks are crazy overpaid, man. We know Michigan would have been down 28 with the deep ball. That is also a good point. Michigan State doing all right. They're down 14-0. Their offense is trash, though, man. They can't do anything against Ohio State right now. It's real sad. Yes, you are. I'm a big Wolverines fan. As far as recruiting, Jared Aberderis heavily. In the chat, I want to hear everyone's. We'll do this for both teams, but we'll start with Michigan State. Who's everyone's favorite Michigan State football player who played between 1995 and 2005? Michigan State football player between 95 and 05. I want to see him in the chat. See what we come up with here. My default has to be, I guess, Charles Rogers, all right, number 2 pick in the, was it 03 draft for the Lions, and then just sucked balls and didn't do anything at all. That was sick. But he's probably my favorite Spartan in that time frame. Tyrell Mack says Le'Veon Bell. Pretty good choice. I don't think he was in that time frame, but he's pretty good. Pretty good player. I'm over at IHOP having a short sec while Phil mains the stream. I mean, it's crazy. I put in all the work for this channel. I do everything, and Ray, all he does is take the paycheck and go home. God, he doesn't even try. Charles Rogers, Le'Veon Bell, Hoyer Cousins are mine, but they are later on. Not Tony Mandarich. Le'Veon. Everyone likes Le'Veon Bell, apparently. He's all right. Who's didn't they have another pretty good receiver that was Plaxico Burress, right? He played Michigan State. And then he shot himself. That's hilarious. Whoever got picked by Lions got a bad deal. That is true. Those 2000 Lions drafts, it was just receivers suck, receivers suck, receivers suck. It's real sad. Jeff Smoker, Coker. Smoker was terrible. Tom Collick. John O'Corn should be the new Eagles QB. O'Corn was not good. 3rd and 6 for us. Apparently I missed 2 plays. No, I didn't. It was just back from the end of the first quarter. So I'm doing my job. I'm doing great. It's a first down pass. Do I have him on my sheet? Garrett Wilson on the grab. First down to Garrett Wilson. Flex in the club, busting rounds in himself for the win. Yeah, that was a really weird thing. What's up with Giants players doing weird stuff? Plaxico Burress shoots himself in the leg. JPP blows off 1.5 of his fingers with fireworks. Like, I know Eli Manning's not the best quarterback, but geez, you don't have to kill yourself about it. 1st and 10, they're going to hand it off to the master, who picks up 1.5. It'll be 2nd and long coming up. Nathan Timothy Celestino, welcome to Intermittent Sports. We're so happy to have you. Love your vids. I don't do anything for the vids. That's all my man Ray. He's in the chat as Intermittent Sports. That's Ray. He's the guy who does all the work on the channel. I don't do shit. 2nd and 9. It is a screen pass to Wilson, who has all the room in the world. Blockers out in front. There is a flag on the play. He's going to score a touchdown, but it's going to come back for either holding or a block in the back. What would have been like a 60-yard touchdown is on its way back for Ohio State. Thunder Max says 38-0 at the half. I don't think Ohio State's going to score fast enough. I'd say they get 2 more touchdowns, so 28-0. Hello, let's go Lions. Yeah, let's go Lions. I hope they beat the Bears tomorrow. Hate the Bears. Ted Ginn Jr. is my favorite OSU player. We're not doing Ohio State yet. I'm saving that for the second half. Then I'll do the Ohio State poll. Must be Katy Perry fan. I love Katy Perry. Oh, she's great. Here's my list of celebrity crushes. Number 1, Kate Upton. Number 2, Ellie Goulding. Number 3, Katy Perry. I think they're all great. Devin Thomas was a great Michigan State wide receiver. I think did he go to the Redskins maybe for like a year or two? I don't think he did much in the NFL, but I do remember him. Hey, Phil, since I know you got connections, can you text Ryan Day reminding that Michigan once beat Ohio State 86-0? Yeah, I'll get right on that. You kind of look like Matt Patricia. Let me get a – hold on. And I got a pen in my ear. It's not going to stick. There we go. Now I can write on my laminated piece of paper with my pen. It's going to be sick. Is there a Katy Perry slander in the chat? There better not be. I will boot anyone who slanders Katy Perry in this chat. I promise I will. Katy Perry 3, holy crap, talk about overrated. Come on, man. Don't go down that rabbit hole with me. She's amazing. She had whipped cream jumblies in the California Girls video. It's great. Oop, skirt. Prepares to get booted. What a bad flag, says Stomping Pete. I mean, they got to do something to keep the game interesting, right? So, Vikings fan and calling Katy Perry over it. Good thing I'm not a mod. He's towing the line, especially for a first-time guy coming in here. Oof. You hate to see it. I will say, Valhalla, with a name like Valhalla Sports Talk, do you have a YouTube channel as well? You can say yes or no in the chat. I won't necessarily tell people to go to it, but I'd like to know if you have a channel. On second down, they dump it off to a person on Ohio State. Or was that a fumble? Ole fumbled on the hit. That definitely is a fumble. I don't think he was down, but then the center was able to jump on. The center who keeps snapping the ball low and high and to the side and sucks. He was able to fall on the fumble there, so good job by him to make up for all his past discrepancies. That'll be 3rd and 5 now coming up for the Buckeyes. As Fields calling an audible. Michigan State showing blitz here. Fields puts a man in motion. Michigan State will bring 6 as Fields tried to escape. He's going to run to the right side and falls forward. There is a flag on the play. Nice effort there. Oh, my God. What a generous spot from the line judge. That is interesting. I don't think that he got that first down. Line judge is going to give it to him. There is a flag on the play, though, so let's see what happens here. Might come back. We have holding on the defense. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down, unless they take the first down spot, which would be yardage and a first down anyway. Ohio State can literally do no wrong. I don't know how Michigan State holds on a QB scramble. What are they talking about? What are they talking about? They just replayed it. I don't see anything there that resembled a hold. That's very odd. Anyway, all right. Valhalla says, I talk Vikings, Dodgers, Lakers, Kings. Vikings in Minnesota. Dodgers, Lakers, or LA. LA Kings or Sacramento Kings. Who knows? George says he's butthurt about the Zags Baylor game. We all are, man. It's very sad. Vikings, Dodgers, Lakers, he's got to go. We don't need LA in here. Born a Vikings fan, moved to LA when I was 3. There you go. A&M 45, Auburn 14. I hope not. I need Auburn to cover 3 points. And that'd be real nice if they could do that for me. The LA Kings, big hockey guy. I don't know shit about hockey. So I'll stay out of that one. Hold text message. First and 10 for Ohio State from the Michigan State 27. It'll be handoff to notes. Trey Sermon, who breaks 2 tackles and almost goes all the way in there. Terrible effort from Michigan State on that play. That was literally just a draw up the middle. As Sermon was able to break not 1, but 2 Michigan State tackles on that play. Just kept going forward. Nice shifty moves there and a stiff arm. Brought him down at about the 2-yard line as he was going for pay dirt. He wanted that one bad. Michigan State showing why they are way better than Michigan with their impressive tackling abilities. There is an injury on the field, so we're going to commercial. That means it's time for bring up comments in the chat. God Kong says, hockey is the sport you play on ice. I thought that was curling. It's pretty easy to understand. Puck goes in the net, you get a point. It's actually called a goal. So I guess you're a moron. No big deal. I'm not going to lie. Growing up with my Sega Genesis console, NHL 93 was my favorite game of all time. I used to play the Chicago Blackhawks, Jeremy Roenick, Ed Balfour, Chris Chelios, studs. NHL 93 was phenomenal. Really fun game. We actually have minor league hockey here in Orlando. The Orlando Solar Bears exist. I think they're affiliated with the Maple Leafs, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Minor league hockey is pretty fun. Hockey's a thing where, like, I love going to a game. It's very fun and exciting. I will never watch hockey on TV, though. I just don't know enough about it to really get into it. The stupid crap we do, LOL, says hi. Hello, the stupid crap we do, LOL. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great time. About to need new beer here. We are still on commercial after that injury. Ohio State's up 14-0 on Michigan State. I don't really know what else to talk about. Stompin' Peak says Sonic 3D is my favorite Sega Genesis game. Sonic Slap back in the day was pretty solid. Asshole and moron, loving. I'm racking up the slander. Well, you know, you're just bringing it. You're setting yourself up here. Dude Trey. Almost had that one. What's a mistake? You. Okay, it's a pretty good joke. Here's a joke I saw on Reddit the other day from like a 10-year-old kid, which sounds creepy, but it's not. Here's the joke. Why are elephants so good at hiding in trees? Because you can never see them. Get it? You never see an elephant in a tree. That's why they're so good at it. X-Men was the jam on Sega. Now that, God, George, you and I, man, we're on the same page. That game was so sick. I love that game. I always ran as Gambit. Wolverine was really good too. But I ran as Gambit. That game was so fun. So fun, that original X-Men game. God Kong wants to know why. Because they're good at hiding. Valhalla, love the joke. Big fan of the joke. We're 2 beers down. We're coming back from commercial. Give me I'm going to grab beer. Hang on. Just exist. I've returned. It's first and goal for someone. Sorry, I was getting beer. I have no idea what's going on. God Kong thinks my joke was hilarious, and it was hilarious. Gambit was okay, yeah. So now I'm starting to remember now. Gambit was, God, with the cards, awesome. Nightcrawler with the transporting. Oh, that game's so fun. I want to go find an emulator now and play it. Really good game. X-Men on SNES. I love Super Nintendo. Such a good system. I think we need my puns after that one. No, Ray, we never need your puns. Why are you in the chat still? Are you moving or not moving? Are you streaming or not streaming? I mean, come on. Fields for Heisman still. I mean, he's looking pretty solid, not going to lie. Doggo hype. We got some more barking as Fields is going to tuck on first and goal. He breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles, and then is down at the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard loss for Ohio State. Duke's yelling at Phil for leaving the room. I shouldn't have gotten up. That's on me. I should not have gotten out of my chair. I'm a bad person, and the dogs let me know about it. Are you a Buckeye fan or a Michigan State fan? I am neither. This is a Michigan Wolverines channel, but because our game got canceled, we decided we were going to stream anyway. I say we. Usually there's another guy in the chat with me who's way better at everything than I am, but he's helping his sister move today, so feel free to subscribe. And we'll be back next week. We'll be back tomorrow. We're doing a doubleheader. Detroit Lions versus Bears game. Michigan versus UCF basketball. And then next Saturday, Michigan versus Ohio State football game. We welcome all Ohio State and all Michigan fans to join us. It's a noon kickoff on Fox. We'll see you next week, but please stick around for today because we need that. We're Spirit Animals, Phil, minus the split in Michigan fandom. We are. We're on that same level, man. I appreciate you about that. First and goal, there was a penalty on that last play. Fields is going to tuck on first goal out of the shotgun and is in for the touchdown scamper. It's 20-0 Ohio State. If anyone tries to tell you purgatory isn't real, tell them to try being a Minnesota Wild fan. Here's the fun fact. I say this with all the confidence in the world. I know a lot about sports. Like, sports every day in my life are involved. I can't name a single player who's ever played for the Minnesota Wild. I can't. I'm really sorry, man. Ray's still eating his yummies. We are in a U-Haul driving to the garage, I promise. That's horseshit. Dude, he's got a Lions bedspread thinking Michigan State is his squad. Pass. Hating on the bedspread. Texting and driving? I hope not. I'll kick Ray out of the chat for that. Having a great time on my day off. Oh, new guy. Jack says, what are the odds Jim is in Ann Arbor in 2021? God, I hope it's 0. I truly hope it's a 0% chance. To make that happen, though, we need to play Ohio State next week, and we need to get our ass kicked by Ohio State next week. And then maybe, hopefully, he'll be gone. I really don't want him back, man. Do you do this in your day job, too? Talking about Ray, I'm assuming. I don't know what Ray does for a living, honestly. He's probably the one with the OnlyFans, if we're being honest. Bear down. Get out of here with that, Brandon. Lions are going to smack him. I saw, here's a little note for you. Allen Robinson, who I picked up in fantasy. I know that sounds weird. I'll explain it later. But Allen Robinson, I guess, got hurt in practice yesterday. He has an ankle injury. So that could be something to watch out for. If the Bears don't have Allen Robinson, they are screwed because Mitch Trubisky is not the answer. Michigan OSU won't happen. They're too scared. Maybe. Ray Lottie's on his sister's couch drinking a beer, making her move everything. That wouldn't surprise me at all. That's definitely the kind of person that Ray is. Madden Boy says, go MSU. Or is it Goo MSU? It could be Goo. Like, ew, Goo MSU. Captain Friggin' America of Hockey plays on the Wild. Is that the guy from the Blues? Who's that guy for the St. Louis Blues who scored a goal in the Olympics? Isn't he Captain America? I forget his name. Again, I don't do hockey. But maybe he's on the Wild now. You guys know who I'm talking about. Blues guy scored that goal. Moving family and friends is the absolute worst. I agree. I'm actually moving in about 3 weeks. I just put out in one of my group chats with my softball team. If anyone could help, I'd pay them $50 a person, and we would all split a case of beer for 2 hours. I don't have a lot of stuff. It's me and a roommate moving to an apartment, and I offered that, and only one guy got back to me. I feel like that's sad. Moving sucks. I hate moving. Ray's riding the middle seat of a U-Haul because he's the smallest. That makes sense. I understand this reference. Georgia Tech versus Cumberland's record is in danger next week. Was that 216-0 or something? That's pretty funny. Ethan likes it. Valhalla likes it. Brandon says, no, I want to low-key lose. I'm already depressed from this season. It's a battle for suckage. Bears-Lions, man. I've got a really good friend of mine as a Bears fan, and we've just been depressed together all season. It's fun to talk about how sad we are. Brandon wants to know if I've ever heard from Courtney. Bitch didn't text me back. I'm sorry for saying that out loud. But no, she never hit me back, dude. I guess I wasn't good enough for her. That sucks. TJ Oshie. That's my guy. That's the one I'm talking about, the St. Louis Blues guy. They're just replaying. They're still not back in action. Replaying the field's scrambling abilities. Zach Parise. That's a guy, I guess. I don't know. Was he on? He was on the Blackhawks, maybe back in the day. I don't really know, man. The name sounds kind of familiar. $50. 2 hours of work for $50. That's worth it. Plus beer. That's a good rate. We call it professional movers. They're at about $90 to $100 an hour with minimums, 3 hour minimums. We don't have that much stuff, so it shouldn't take that long. So I'd rather pay friends than movers. Wolverines are tanking for Lawrence. It's tanking for Trevor, lose for Lawrence. You got to have alliteration. That's key in your hashtags. Otherwise, they won't go viral. Lions could possibly make the playoffs. No. I mean, mathematically, sure, they can't. I'm a Browns fan, finally not sad about their season. Honestly, dude, that's probably game of the week coming up, right? The Browns are nice when they're healthy. Nick Chubb's nasty. All right. I think Baker, he's clearly not an A1 superstar, but he's definitely good enough to get it done. If Joe Flacco can get it done, Baker Mayfield can get it done because Baker slings darts. He throws really good balls. He just makes some weird decisions. I like Cleveland. I think they're a fun team to watch. I said this game of the week. They played the Titans. Is that? Yeah, I think they play the Titans. Should be a good game. Versus Denver, Michigan State on a slant route. That pass is completed to Nailor for a first down. It's about a gain of about 15 yards. I think that's the longest play of the day for Michigan State. I feel like I haven't talked about them at all on offense. 10 minutes left. They're running a hurry-up offense here. It'll be Draco Malfoy out of the shotgun with one behind him, tight end to his right side, two wide receivers. Ball is snapped, fake handoff, and they look for the tight end screen. Instead, he goes deep, and he throws to an Ohio State offensive lineman who's 10 yards out of bounds. So Lombardi showing off why he's the best quarterback in East Lansing. They're flashing over to Auburn where Jacob Nix is sacked on. Oh, no, he's not. Holy Lord, how did he escape that? 2nd and goal, and he runs it in for a tutter as the Tigers. Well, they took a 10-3 lead, but now they're down 14-10. I just need them to cover 5.5 points. Come on, Auburn. Here we go, 2nd and 10 back in our game, Michigan State. Lombardi out of the shotgun, fakes one pass, fires another pass out of bounds. That's 2 passes straight out of bounds, nowhere near a receiver. I'm not sure what Michigan State's doing, but it certainly isn't playing football. They look terrible. It'll be 3rd and 10 coming up. Brent says her loss, that beard's screaming for suitors. Oh, it's so bushy and fun. I don't know why girls don't realize that. Courtney watches these streams. She saw, oh, you don't want to text Katie? Watch this. Yeah, she remembers. $50 and a case of beer. I'm taking the bus to Orlando. All right, man. We'll see you soon. 3rd and 10 now. Play action fake, and they're going to throw a dump-off pass to Heyward on the right side, who gains about 3 yards. Tackle out of bounds. Clock stops, and Michigan State's going to punt again. I have to be more than 90 an hour if I had to move Lions crap. That's rude. You don't mean that. We still aren't healthy. We're missing Warden Harrison in the secondary, so that's not good. Yeah, I mean, I guess the offense, is exciting, is what I meant to say, because defense is whatevs. Isn't, what's his freaking name? Really good guy, number 1 pick dude, defensive end guy who's really good. Is he back yet? He had COVID or some shit. What's his freaking name? Garrett. Myles Garrett. I think he's still out, right? We're on track to lose 56-0. You sure are, bud. That's why Michigan's way better than Michigan State. We all know that. Joe Flacco was an elite pass. Browns have no defense. Tennessee will run all over them. I hope so. I've got Derrick Henry in fantasy. I'm looking forward to about 175 and 2 tuds. Jalen Nailor, Draco Malfoy. That's the Michigan State combo. It's good for 1 catch today. Sick. Tennessee also has no D, so it's an even matchup. I want that game to be 56-51. I would love to see that. That's why you call him Draco Malfoy. He looks like him. Has anyone ever seen his picture? He looks exactly like him. As they find Olave on a slant route, 1st and 10, to gain of about 20 yards for Ohio State as they continue to dominate. Again, this spread was only 24 points. I meant to put cash on it, but I forgot to. Ohio State's going to win. Ohio State's going to win 49-0 in this game. Myles Garrett. Got that one. Brown's motto, next year will be good. 1st and 10, Fields out of the shotgun, fakes a handoff, rolls off to his right side with the lineman moving with him, and they find Olave again. That's another first down, gain of 13, as he's jawing at the Michigan State cornerback, who just literally cannot do anything about him. Garrett Wilson only has 1 catch to my memory. Olave has about 19 catches. So he is just absolutely torching this Michigan State secondary. It'll be another first down for Ohio State. Out of the shotgun is Fields. Puts a receiver in motion. He's got 1 in the backfield, and he will hand it off to the master. That's who it is, Master Teague. Gains about 3 yards. Sorry, I'm mixing up my names here. Michigan is trash. Yeah, welcome to 2020, bud. Friendcraft, worst YouTube channel ever. Hello. Not as evil as Draco. You ready for Harbaugh to be the new Lions coach? Oh, my God, dude. There's no chance they hire him. They can't. They wouldn't. They wouldn't dare. 2nd and 7 for Ohio State. Out of the shotgun, here's Fields, fakes the handoff. It's being rushed up the middle. He avoids one tackler and fires it out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. The flag on the play. Fields is down. He is clutching something on his body. Looks like he got hit in the appendix. And then also it might have been intentional grounding. So let's see what happens. You guys have sportsbook, or do you have a bookie you center? In Florida, we are not allowed to bet, so I have a bookie. I have to text him all my picks. Center. Chris Farley line. Tommy Boy. Great movie. Great movie. Hell no. Please no. At least we won't have another Michigan-Florida. Wait, where'd it go? We won't have another Michigan-Florida bowl game. You never know. We might. I've been to 2 of those. They always have them in Orlando. It's great. It was roughing the passer on Michigan State, by the way. Not grounding. He threw it, got rid of it, got hit from behind. Pretty good call. It wasn't dirty necessarily, but it was definitely late. I hope Fields is injured. That's rude, man. We don't talk about injury like that. Please don't say stuff like that. I like how you assume the Craft Channel speaks in a British voice. I don't know why I did that. That's weird. Murray says, where's Ray? He's helping his sister move, so it's just me today, man. Sorry to disappoint you. However, tune in tomorrow. We're doing a doubleheader. We're doing the Lions game at 1 o'clock versus the Bears, followed by Michigan basketball against UCF basketball at like 4:30. So we are double dipping tomorrow. You can get 6 hours of intermittent sports in your life. I know that's what everyone wants. You're saying Olav's name incorrectly. I would love to know how to really say it. I don't know shit about Ohio State. Olav? Is it Olav? Please tell me. Well, Atlanta to Miami is 3 hours. It is. Yeah, it's about 3.5 hours driving. Okay, maybe I said that wrong. Wow, okay. Olave? Olave? Is that what we're going with? Give me like a thumbs up in the chat. Olave. There's a special place in Harbaugh's b-hole for people who wish injury on players. That is common knowledge. Olave, Olave, Olave. Olave. All right, I got it. Hey, it's Olave on the end around, and he's tackling the backfield. Nice play by Michigan State there. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 7 coming up for Ohio State. Where are you from in Florida? I live in a place called Winter Park, just north of Orlando. Good vibes. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. I'm not offended at all. I just truly don't know anything about Ohio State. I don't do much research. I just get on here to drink beer and talk football as it happens. I don't know anything. Third and 7 upcoming for Fields and the Buckeyes out of the shotgun. Good snap. 4-man rush for Michigan State. Looking for a screen pass. It wasn't there, so he's going to fire it out of bounds. They want a flag for intentional grounding. It looked like he was still in the pocket. And they are going to throw this flag as Michigan State might catch a break here. There was no one near that ball, and he was definitely still in the pocket. Questionable decision there from Fields. His first mistake of the day. They're up 21-0, so who cares? It's not like it's going to affect the game, but they do call grounding on him, so that'll be a penalty and a loss of down. Michigan State. Did that take them out of field goal range, though? Maybe I guess that's kind of important. Yeah, so they were on the 25. If it's a spot foul, they'll be at the 36, which would be a 53-yard field goal, which seems kind of long. It's 4th and 16. They're not going to go for it. The offense is on the sidelines here. Wait and see what happens. Then I'll give you some more play-by-play. It'll be great. They're going to punt. No field goal attempt here. Smart move from Ohio State. Why would they go for it? They shouldn't. Hunters Creek. I played some golf down there before. Nice area. I like Hunters Creek. Beautiful punt from Ohio State. That's all the way down to the half-yard line. Holy Lord, that was a great punt. Snow Lily the polar bear turns 37 today. Thank you, God Kong, for sending that one. One man would be good for MSU so they could win, but the kid is like Superman. So it's all right, man. We're not going to harp on the injury thing. Just let it go. We're good. Stupid useless knowledge is perfect. I agree, Murray. It's the best. I'm full of it. Useless knowledge is an oxymoron. Is it? I'm with Murray. He knows he doesn't know crap. I'm like 90. I mean, I'm going to be honest about it, man. Like, why would I front about it? I'm just here to have fun. I want to hang out with some people, drink some beers, watch some football, and have a couple laughs. I hope that's why you're all here too. If you're coming for like real hard-hitting journalism and play-by-play, like there's about 1,000 other YouTube channels you can go check out. But yeah, that's not what we do here, man. We're here to just have a good time. I'll say it's too good every time I watch a Buckeye game. They're up 30 points or more. Yeah. Their lowest, I said this earlier, their lowest amount of points scored this year is 38. That was in the Penn State game. They are a nasty, nasty team. Beautiful pun in the Ace Ventura voice, even though I didn't do the voice, but I'm reading it as Ace Ventura, if you will. Side note, growing up, that's how I learned how to spell the word beautiful. Every time I heard it, it would just be beautiful. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. That's how we do it. So shout out Jim Carrey for teaching me how to spell. Ace Ventura, great film. I could be OSU's QB and beat Michigan State. Yeah, probably. I mean, if we're being honest. But you know who couldn't beat Michigan State was Michigan. I don't know if you were here. The Michigan Wolverines lost to Michigan State. This team with Draco Malfoy at quarterback, who has thrown 19 passes out of bounds today. But Michigan couldn't beat them. So that's cool. You're the best. We appreciate you and Ray. Ray's the best. I'm secondary. People here preaching. It's amazing. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the kind words. Number 86 on Michigan State should be ejected. He's intentionally hitting Fields. I mean, he was in the flow of the game, but he did hit him from behind. Like, I mean, that's definitely he could have pulled off. Kind of surprised I didn't like look at it further. Usually on personal fouls, like, I guess it's only targeting. They look at it twice. But, I mean, I could definitely see where you're coming from there with a intentional thing there. My buddies and I go to Twin Peaks, the one near Disney Springs, to watch the games. Dude, Twin Peaks might be the greatest restaurant in the history of restaurants. I play softball up here in Orlando, and there's a Twin Peaks right by our softball complex, and we go there every Monday night. Though softball season's over. We lost a doubleheader last week. It was terrible. So our season's over. But Twin Peaks is great. Way better than Hooters or Wing House or any of that stuff. Like they were ordained with sports knowledge by God himself. Wisconsin can usually hold them to late 20s or early 30s. Can they? I mean, I don't think anyone's going to stop Ohio State this year, man. Phil, do you have a halftime story for us? I actually do not have one lined up, man. I was thinking about it. I don't have it in me today. I kind of ran out of stuff because, like, I don't know. I'm saving my what I think is my best one for the Ohio State game next week. What's going to happen, though, and it's going to crush me, is if the game gets canceled and I never get to tell my story. I will be just heartbroken. So really hoping to get that in. So no halftime story today. I'm willing to talk to you guys, though, through halftime. I'll be happy to bring up some comments. If you want to give me a subject, maybe I can make up a story about it. I'd be okay with that. I'll play the music because that's a fun thing to do. Jack says, I keep hearing Matt Campbell to replace Jim. You see that happening? I mean, well, first of all, Jim's not even fired yet. And I know it's fun to speculate and all that stuff, but I don't know. There's a lot of guys I'd rather have. I know Ray's big on Chris Peterson. He wants all the old dudes to come coach freaking Michigan, which I think is stupid. Some guy in the comments on one of Ray's videos last week said they want Michigan, the University of Michigan, to go get a highly touted high school football coach to take over the program, which I think is probably the dumbest thing that you could probably do there. 3rd and 9 for Michigan State as that ball is deflected in the end zone. And was that caught off the deflection? The cameraman for this game sucks. He sucks. He missed a screen pass earlier. He just missed an Ohio State touchdown. I'm assuming they caught it off the deflection. It says pick 6. So it'll be 27-0 as number 92. I don't know who that is. Garnett, something. He's a big old boy. Here's the replay. He got his hand on it and made the catch. That's sick, dude. That's an awesome play. Good for him. I love when the big men score. It's inspirational to me. Garrett was the guy who made that play, deflected the pass and caught the interception for a pick 6. So that punt came back to bite Michigan State. Great job by Ohio State there. And extra point is good. 28-0 for the Buckeyes. Talking about Twin Peaks here, the women and the food, not to mention the ice cold beer. So anyone who's never been to Twin Peaks before, they serve their beer at like less than 32 degrees. So like it'll actually frost at the top. It's icy, icy cold. and quite delicious. It's pretty expensive, though, but it's very good, and the chicks are always really hot. Holland says, how are you single, handsome, witty, a jock? Maybe that bedspread is a problem. Yeah, no. There's a lot of weird stuff in my room, so don't worry about it. We'll move on. It's true. No courtesy. Maids want to sleep under a lion's blanket. It's not always there, okay? It's just there for the channel, okay? If you must know, it's a white – you can't see that. I don't know why I just did that. It's a white blanket, and I actually just bought a new comforter. However, I'm not whipping that out until I move into the new place because, like new things at the new place, you want to make it feel good. I've got a fresh set of bed sheets and a navy blue comforter in an Amazon box. You can see it right there under that blue thing. It's an Amazon box, new comforter, new sheets. So I'm going to be all set. The ladies are just going to be like, oh, my God, navy blue. And I'll be like, yeah, it's going to be sick. So we got that coming. Don't worry about the lines blanket. Stop hating. All right. Honestly, guys, why does Phil only have like 26 viewers when really he's got to be one of the best YouTubers? Appreciate you, man. We're up to 30 now, so that's sick. I don't know. Ray is in charge. Ray, the guy who's not on camera, he's the one who's in charge of all the algorithm stuff and putting the right hashtags in and shit. So it's whatever. I'm in tears over courtesy maiden. That is a funny name. If OSU can play without the head coach and without a ton of their starters, Michigan can play too. I mean, here's how I'll say this. With the whole COVID thing, like, I'm all for teams taking time off, practice off, games off, whatever. Like, for the general safety of the public, it makes a ton of sense. I don't think COVID's a thing that you should mess with, personally. I know a lot of people think it's all made up and BS, whatever. But, like, if it's a legit COVID problem, don't play. Don't play sports. I think that would be silly. If they're just saying that to have an excuse, I think that's bullshit. And I think they should play regardless because so many teams, like you just said, have gone through and played without starters and played without, their key guys or whatever. So, yeah, but you can't question it, right? Because these are college kids. You don't see their medical profiles. You don't know what's actually going on behind the scenes. If it truly is a COVID thing, don't play, and I will not talk junk about it at all. And that's the problem is we'll never know if it was real or fake, So not COVID. I think COVID's very real. Talking about if the COVID threat for a team is real or fake here in this instance. So that's my take on it. I really hope Michigan plays, even though like everyone and their mom knows we're going to lose next week. But the game needs to happen. It's tradition. Like, I really hope they play. Michigan doesn't want the smoke, and they sure don't. They're going to get smacked. Fans do, Brandon. I hope the team does, Jack. I really do. Rocky Lombardi, crying emojis. He's not good, but you know what? He set a season high for passing yards against Michigan, season high for touchdowns against Michigan, and he beat Michigan. I don't understand how that happened. So stupid. I have a Lions comforter set. Thank you for having my back there. I appreciate you. I had a Vikings one when I was 8. I'm almost 8. I almost spilled my beer. That could have been bad. How come every time I leave and come back, Michigan team is getting blown out? We're a basketball state. All right, we don't do football. I'm going to be a head coach one day in Michigan football. I'll be back. Oh, boy. Luis says 42-3. What was your prediction earlier, dude? You said like 24-0. And I made fun of you for it. I shouldn't have done that. But at the same time, I was definitely right. D. Lyman, who made that pick six, was shot in the face over the offseason. Oh, okay. Well, there's that. Penn State's up 17-0 on Rutgers, by the way. They just showed a game break there. How about Dan Orlovsky is on the call in this game? I have him muted, but Dan Orlovsky, what a Lions legend. That guy was amazing. So good. Who here thinks OSU is going undefeated? Me, right here. I think they're going undefeated. 1st and 10 for Michigan State. They're going to hand the ball off to number 24. Is he on my list? Elijah Collins. He has a name. It's Elijah Collins. He gained like 1 yard, 2 yards. Excuse. 2nd and 8, 5 minutes. We're under 5 minutes now in the second quarter. As this is an absolute bloodbath. Ohio State 28. Michigan State 0. It'll be Malfoy out of the shotgun. He's got 2 to his right, 2 wide receivers to his left. They fake the handoff. It's a 3-man rush from Ohio State, but he's feeling the pressure, and he goes down. as Malfoy is sacked by Smith. Do I have him on my list? No. Some guy named Smith, very common name, number 11. And Lombardi is taking his time getting up there as he got hit from behind. It didn't look too vicious or anything. But the way he's acting right now, like, it might be a concussion type deal. I think he's lightheaded. His head might have smacked around. They haven't shown a replay yet. The hit didn't look that bad. It definitely wasn't dirty or anything like that. But the way he's dazed and trying to get up, it does not look good at all for Michigan State right now. Later, IMS people and Phil. Hey, man, appreciate you stopping by. Have a great day. I hate Danny O. He acts like he was a Hall of Fame quarterback. The guy's best season was under 2,000 yards. He only threw over 1,000 twice in his 8-year career. He sucked. He ran out of the freaking end zone for a safety. What a moron. Subscribe and like this live video so Phil can talk shit to his buddy. I'd be happy to. Tyreek Smith was the guy on the sack. Thank you, MS Malik. Appreciate you. It's like playing Madden with your little brother. And subscribe. Yes, subscriptions are great. Likes are great. We love all of those things. As they're still looking at Lombardi here. They just showed the replay again. I mean, again, please don't ever wish injury on any player ever in any way, shape, or form. Looks like he was hurt here. This is going to be a real problem, though, for Michigan State. Is that Thorne is warming up as the backup quarterback. Lombardi walking off under his own power to the sideline, so that part's good. But the way he was trying to get up, he laid on the ground and then like got up all woozy and whatnot. You got to think concussion here. He walked off under his own power, but Michigan State obviously not trying to take any chances here. So it'll be Peyton Thorne, the freshman out of Naperville, Illinois, coming on to lead the Spartans offense. He steps in 3rd and 17 against Ohio State, trailing by 28 points. If he comes back to win this game for Michigan State, I will, I don't know, man, shotgun 19 beers on camera. See what he does, 3rd and 17 out of the shotgun. They're going to hand it off to Collins. He gains about 6 yards. So it'll be 4th down and a punt coming up for Michigan State. It's like playing math with your little brother. Little brother. That's a familiar comment. That's very funny. I don't know if anyone saw on the subscription, but Ray actually just put out a video a couple days ago, the second part of his Downfall of Michigan Football video series, talking about the downfall of Michigan against Michigan State. Pretty good watch. It's pretty short. It's about 7.5 minutes. And the Mike Hart little brother comments are featured. And Ray, I had no idea he was even doing this, but apparently the Downfall of Michigan Football thing is a kind of a series that he's putting together. I think they're pretty well done, pretty informative, a lot going on, and it really just describes the past decade of Michigan football, which has been absolute shit. So, good for that. Maybe he says Milton in for quarterback. God. Ugh. This is my first time on the Chanel. Well, thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Rocky will bounce back. Have you not seen the movies? Yeah, they made like 5 of them, so he's good to go, man. He's a tough guy. OSU versus Michigan will be such a mismatch this year. Honestly, I mean, we've been talking about on the channel all year long. People are throwing out like, will Ohio State score 100 points in the game? And I mean, 100 points is a lot. That's a lot of points. How many touchdowns is that? 14? 14 touchdowns and a field goal get you 101. So, I mean, that's crazy. But 50 plus, 60 plus, definitely in the realm of possibility here. Viva Europa says, I'm scared as a Michigan fan. It's been a mismatch the past 2 years. It's been a mismatch the past 15 years. We've won, what, once? I mean, it's bad, dude. His face bleeds and he still boxes. How? Talking about Rocky. Well, I know Nate Robinson wasn't doing that. He went down hard. Concussions don't stop Rocky. They just slow his speed. He just slurs. Fun fact, I've actually never seen a Rocky movie all the way through. I've seen clips of a ton of them, but I've never seen Rocky. Kind of weird. I'm a big movie guy, too. Like, I've seen a shit ton of movies. Never seen any of the Rockies. They're kind of boring to me. If Clemson can score 31 in one quarter, I mean, it'd be impressive. I don't think 100 points is a lot of points. 1st and 10, Fields tries to fire a slant route, and he misses Wilson a little bit behind him, so it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up. Ryan Day is a murder hornet, and he's pissed. He'll drop 150. I've never heard a human being referenced as a murder hornet before, so that's exciting. Cut me, Mick. Love the Rocky chat we're getting here. I like the Creed movies. I've seen Creed 1 and 2. I think those are both good. Michael B. Jordan's a pretty good actor. Big fan of his. 2nd and 10 for Fields. He looks to the screen pass, and it's deflected by a Michigan State player, caught by an offensive lineman. So it's a reception for Big Buddy. What's his number? 52 Davis. No idea who that is. But he has his first career reception for -2 yards. Congratulations. Unpopular opinion, Bloodsport's better than Rocky. That's not unpopular at all. I've seen Bloodsport about 6 times. I've never seen any Rocky movies. So that tells you all you need to know. Throw the damn towel. 3rd and 12 upcoming. Ohio State's 5 of 7 today on 3rd down. Let's see what they have here from their own 17-yard line. They try to get Michigan State to jump off sides. There was movement, but the guy did not go into the neutral zone. So they audible. Still 3rd and 12. Bad snap as Fields is going to catch it and run. He breaks one tackle, falls forward for a gain of about 4. So it'll be an Ohio State punt coming up. Michigan State trying to get on the board here. It's 2 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock. The clock is stopped, so I don't know if Michigan State took a timeout. They did. They took their 2nd timeout. They got 1 timeout left. Trying to get on the board after this punt before the half comes to an end. Once Ohio State takes the lead, Michigan will have nothing. Honestly, and I'll say this, not even just to pump the channel, but it's kind of true. Like Ray's videos that he's done, the downfall of Michigan football things, so much of Michigan football is in the past. Like, there's a lot of, what have you done for me lately in this world? But honestly, they haven't done a ton in the past 15, 20 years. It's kind of embarrassing. All the all-time wins and natty championships or whatever, a lot of that stuff happened before 1950. So, 97 is an amazing year. I love 1997 forever. I love Charles Woodson forever. That's just a fact of life. But other than that, man, it's been a tough stretch. I'd really like to see them not suck. And I think that's a fair thing to request of your favorite team. Everyone's talking about Michigan State. I wonder if Michigan will win. Everyone's talking about OSU. I wonder if OSU will put up 70 points. Michigan has no chance of beating Ohio State. I'll tell you that right now. That's just a fact of life. They will not win that football game. So the big boys for Ohio State are low-key good receivers. I mean, we saw the defensive line with the pick 6. Saw the O-line with the grab there. So you're not wrong. How did you meet Ray? He and I went to college together. We went to Winthrop University in South Carolina. It's not 5 minutes from Clemson. It's about an hour and a half from Clemson. Michigan State completes a pass on 1st down to Nailor. It was game about 7. So the clock's running. It'll be 2nd and 3 coming up. So we've been buddies for 15 years now. Would 97 Michigan beat 97 Nebraska? We would have smacked Nebraska. Kidding me? You think Eric Crouch and his little option shit is going to work? No. Hell no. Michigan is so much better than Nebraska that year. 2nd and 4. I forgot the name of the backup quarterback guy. I apologize. But he completes a pass to the tight end. That's a gain of about 10 to Hunt. So 1st down Michigan State, as they actually look pretty decent right now. I don't know if Ohio playing a prevent defense or what. But new quarterback guy. Don't have a name for him yet. Fires again. It's another 1st down to Plaxico Burris. So Michigan State's cooking right now. Mosley with the grab there. Come on, freshman. Turn around so I can say your name and not sound like a moron. I don't know. It's number 10. Cook? I don't know. Swing pass to the running back, and he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That play was going nowhere fast. Heyward on the grab. He loses about 5 yards on that play. I'd hope for Michigan to beat LSU, but what's the point? I'd rather see a memorable blowout. Hey, if it gets Jim out of there, I'm all for it, man. Peyton Thorne is the name. Thank you, Madden. Peyton Thorne drops back. Peyton Thorne completes a pass for a gain of about 7 yards. It'll be 3rd and 10 coming up. Peyton Thorne, the freshman, looking good out there, slinging the pill on this drive. He's completed all of his passes that he has thrown thus far. Michigan State 0 of 7 on the day on 3rd down. Here's a 3rd and 7 as they try to get on the board before half. Peyton Thorne over the middle completes it, but it's only a gain of 5 to his tight end. 4th and 2 coming up. They have to go for it here. Minute and 12 on the clock here. The clock is ticking away, ticking away. They're going to slow it down just a smidge. Ohio State does have 3 timeouts, but it looks like Peyton Thorne and the Spartans are going to go for it on 4th and 2 from the Ohio State 38.5-yard line. Ball is snapped, and Peyton Thorne on the keeper will spin. He falls forward for the first down, but then fumbles the ball. What a hit from Ohio State to knock the ball loose, and Ohio State recovers. Peyton Thorne, the freshman quarterback, not securing the rock there. Gives it up to Ohio State at midfield. They have 3 timeouts and 45 seconds left. They're definitely going to be trying to score here. There is a flag on the play. The money Michigan pays, you would think they could find a coach that could come in and at least compete and be ready to play. Jack, I mean, we saw that like year 1, year 2. They seemed like they were into it, and then just this season has been weird. Let's blame it on 2020 just because that's easy to do. Everything that happened in 2020 sucks. I don't know, man, but Jim is not it. We need to move on from that for sure. Turbo Crystal says Coastal or BYU. I've got Coastal. BYU, they've got Wilson at quarterback. They're a really good team. They play bigger teams. Coastal hasn't really played a ton of great teams yet, but Coastal at home on short notice against BYU. Give me the Chanticleers, baby. Good news, American soccer players are doing well in Europe today. That's huge. I don't know anything about soccer. There's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Ohio State here. I believe that was after the fumble recovery. So it'll be 15 yards from midfield, takes them down to about the 35. They do have 3 timeouts, though, so they're going to try to score one more time before the half. How's Ray going to do the score of the basketball game tomorrow? I hope he doesn't do live scoreboard. That would not be the easiest thing. I'm assuming we might do a Gamecast type deal, or I'll just talk a lot. We'll see what happens. Joseph said, I just started drinking liquor. I'm drinking beer, so there we go. Brandon likes the shots. I hope they win, dude. I think that's cool. I love the underdog stories. Not that BYU is like a powerhouse or anything, but anytime a mid-major like this can come out and just dominate, I think that's really cool. Plus, I have some money on it, so we'll see what happens. 1st and 10, Ohio State's going to run the ball. That's lame. They're not trying to score. Bunch of losers. That's Trey Sermon on the carry. They're just going to let this thing run out to halftime. Boring. I think I did say earlier, 28-0 at halftime. I think I called that, and that's what's happening. So I guess I'm the smartest person alive. We got to blow out Michigan in the big house and avenge our loss against Illinois. I'm satisfied with this season. Yeah. MSU upset Duke. They sure did. Duke's super overrated in hoops. Big Ten basketball, baby. So good. Turbo's got the Mormons, but he hopes for a good game. I mean, me too, man. I just want something that'll be fun. Someone says, how's that unsportsmanlike? The dude kicked his helmet. Because the refs saw the push. They didn't see anything else, man. I don't know. It's really easy when we're watching TV, we see replays and stuff to blame refs, say, hey, how could you call that? How could you not call that, etc. But in the end, like, I always feel bad for referees. Like, there's only 6 of them on the field, right? And or is it 8? It's 6 or 8, whatever it is. They can't see everything. So, how can you fault them for if they see one thing, they don't know that the other thing happened? You can't throw a flag for something you didn't see, right? So you just don't want to be the last guy caught. And I don't know. I feel like refs get a pretty bad deal out of most things. Jalen Johnson made a mistake. Duke is worse than North Korea. I think we can all agree on that. Mormons in Conway, South Carolina, says Murray. Anyone who's ever been to Conway/Myrtle Beach area knows that the Mormon lifestyle probably would not fit in there. VMI almost upset number 15 Virginia Tech. VMI, former Big South Conference representative, just like Winthrop University, just like Coastal Carolina back in the day. Only 28. Ohio State's messing around. I mean, I can't believe they didn't try to score there. That's kind of weak. Guys, Nathan Timothy Celestino is back. He is back in the chat. Let's go. You'll love to see it. I love Conway, real talk. Said no one ever. It's a real special place. I got a buddy who works at Coastal. And I don't know, man. They were just rivals. I went to Winthrop, which they were big rivals back in the Big South Conference. But then Coastal moved on to bigger and better things. So, good for them. But back in the day when I was still in school, again, I'm going to throw it back. This is like 15 years ago. But Winthrop and Coastal were really big rivals in basketball. And Winthrop always just beat the shit out of them. And it was great. And I loved it. I do like their colors, though. And I'm a big baseball guy. I actually worked in college baseball for about 10 years. And when they won the World Series in 2016, that was about the coolest thing I've ever seen. To see a mid-major win the College World Series. That was absolutely sick. So, Coastal's not the worst thing in the world. Madden says, Michigan kind of like a little brother, Dan Antonio. It's not over. It's over. Stephen A. Smith for head coach of Michigan. I would never watch another game. I hate Stephen A. Smith. Auburn up on A&M. We'd love to see that. That's very good for my gambling. Get some college football scores for you guys. I know you can all Google, but I'm going to do it for you anyway. Yesterday, Louisiana Lafayette beat App State 24-21. I know that game is kind of crazy. Lafayette took that safety at the end of the game. Did you guys see all that? That was wild. Oklahoma State is up 16-7 over TCU at halftime, so that's nice. Auburn up 17-14 in the third quarter. They're at home against A&M, the Aggies. Marshall losing. Number 21, Marshall losing to Rice 10-0. They're in the second half of that game. Upset alert. North Carolina against Western Carolina, 42-3. The spread on that game, I think, was 49.5 points. So they're up 39. They still got some work to do. And that's about it for the early stuff. But I've got money on Oklahoma State to cover 3 against TCU. So they're looking good. Auburn to cover plus 5.5 to cover. So they're looking good. I also took Auburn. I just said the Auburn game. I don't know. I did a 4-game team parlay. $25 to win like $250. So I hope that happens. That'd be real nice. College football scores with Phil. This game was over before it started, no cap. No, we all knew that. It's 24-point spread. Ray, why do you say 21-2 with his comments when Hart tried to bash them? I wanted a coach that knew the meaning of the word rivalry. What y'all Michigan team is last. Honestly, yeah, I saw that part. I've got no issue at all with what D'Antonio was saying there. Like, Mike Hart coming out, that, first of all, such a black mark on the program. Just absolutely led to our downfall, which is the name of the videos. But he came out and said that shit, and then it's been really bad ever since. So that's really sad. But I love the coach sticking up for his guys. I don't care who says it, whether it's a admin staff, a player, a coach, whoever. If someone's talking junk about your program, you're going to defend it, right? So I'm fine that D'Antonio did that. So I don't agree with Ray on that part of the video at all. But thanks for watching that vid, by the way. Appreciate you, Sir Nando, always there doing big things. Ethan says we're doing good so far. You sure are. You're beating the absolute hell out of Michigan State because they're not that good. Paul Feinbaum for Michigan coach. I don't think Paul would ever leave the SEC. He just doesn't do that. He lives for it. Irish, what's up, dude? Good to have you here. Appreciate you coming back for yet another round of Intermittent Sports. God Kong says, let's go Rice undefeated against Bama. They sure are. They're showing Texas-Kansas State highlights right now. Texas up 31-17. I think they were 6.5-point favorites in that one, if I'm not mistaken. Cheering for MSU. I'm not cheering for anybody in this game. I'm just here to call the game. I really wouldn't want to pick one or the other. I think they're both stupid. TCU has terrible – that's Western Carolina. Never mind. They're playing North Carolina. Western Carolina's uniforms are terrible. Gold pants, white jersey, purple helmet. No wonder they're getting the shit kicked out of them. Fun fact, mascot of Western Carolina. Anyone? The Catamounts. There's your fun sports fact of the day. Famous alumni, NBA player, Kevin Martin. Former Oklahoma City Thunder and Houston Rocket player. Glenn Ortega, nice job. Goose eggs. Can you fit 2 field goals in between the uprights? That is a good day. We'll see. He has trouble. Please don't say that. I love when the guy's voice breaks at the end when they score the touchdown. They score. That's hilarious. Random thought, how cool would it be if Notre Dame joined the Big Ten? Dude, we've been saying that for like 20 years, right? Like, they're already in Indiana. It's the natural selection for them to join the Big Ten. I don't know why they don't do it. It would make a ton of sense. I ain't play nobody, Paul. Gets it. Paul is so biased, it's not funny. He's ridiculous. He absolutely is. Any other Michigan State fans in the building? The stupid crap we do, LOL, would like to know. You see the high school kid body slam the ref. I did see that. And to my 28-person viewer count, I say this. That kid should never play another sport in his life. What a piece of shit. Like, get him out of sports, suspend him, maybe expel him. I hope he gets charged. Like, what a terrible thing to do. What are you thinking when you make that move? Running off the sideline and slamming into a ref. You're a bad person. Throw him in jail, please. Like, don't let him play sports ever again. I thought that was super Bush League. I don't care how bad a referee is. You don't blindside tackle a guy. God, that got me going, man. That was such a stupid thing for him to do. I think I heard the next day and this kind of sucks, they actually booted the team out of the state playoffs. But it wasn't the team. It was one kid screwing up. F the kid. Get him out of here, right? Don't punish the team, though. Like, no one could have stopped that. So that was just a really lame situation. I can't believe he did that, though. That was crazy. UNC proud alma mater for Mitchell Trubisky. Remember when they took him instead of Deshaun Watson or Patrick Mahomes? Mascot of Stanford, a Christmas tree. That is correct. Mike comments had the same effect as the 1 second TD catch by Duckett. Oh my God. We don't talk about the TJ Duckett. That's my number one, like, bad feeling. I hate that play that happened. I was like 12, 13 at the time. And like, that fired me up real good. I hate that TJ Duckett clock management play thing. It's ridiculous. Stupid crap. That was so stupid. I agree. Talking about the kid who hit the ref. Bowling Green versus Akron, game of the week. Over under 54.5. That's a huge game for the Falcons and the Zips. I'm taking Akron all day for sure. Turbo says they charged the kid. I think I kind of heard something about that too. I don't know if he's 18 or not. I hope he gets charged and goes to jail. I truly do. Only if it was 10 years ago you had a chance. Well, it ain't. Wake up to 2020, put your mask on, talk to your neighbors 20 feet away. It's a tough situation we live in, man. COVID in 2020. Gotta love it. So much fun for everyone. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hungry. Like I told everyone before, I haven't eaten today. I'm just drinking beer. I'm gonna destroy some wings later. It's gonna be awesome. Who do you have? Indiana, Wisconsin. Without Penix, I don't see Indiana doing anything, right? It's 13-point spread last I saw for Wisconsin. I'm taking the Badgers and the points. I remember the Reynolds Sorgi. I remember the name, Jim Sorgi, whatever. I don't remember the incident, though, off the top of my head. Favorite beer for game day? I'm a Coors Light guy, man, for my domestics. I think Bud Light is the worst thing ever created. There's about 1,000 beers I'd rather drink than Bud Light. Coors Light and Miller Lite, to me, are both good. Coors Light, I think, goes down just a smidge smoother if you're going to volume drink. Miller Lite, I think, has a little more flavor. So I usually drink Coors Light on these streams. Dude, make some pancakes or funnel cakes. Yeah, let me whip out the funnel cake machine. I'm just going to deep fry a little elephant ear, if you don't mind. I actually made some bomb-ass chocolate chip pancakes last week that were really good. I don't think I have any mix left, or I would. Also, if I had a co-host, I don't know what Ray's doing. He's certainly not working, but I don't want to get up and leave you guys, right? So I'm not going to go make food. I'll just tough it out. You know, I've got a lot of inside fat I can just eat out of myself. So we'll be all right. Feels like Corona will never go away, but every night I tell myself it'll go away. Wouldn't that be something? I thought it was supposed to go away after the election. That's what I was told, is it was all fake. And once the election happened, it was going to disappear, but it's still here, so it's kind of sucks. I'm showing clips from the Memphis-Tulane game right now. I know Tulane was favored over the Memphis Tigers in this one. A little AAC action. Give me a score. Give me a score. Oh, they're still showing highlights. Memphis is like low-key pretty decent at football. They've had some good running backs. Who's it? Antonio Gibson, right, for Washington. Went to Memphis. Who was that? D'Angelo Williams, who used to play for the Panthers. He went to Memphis. He was good as hell. It's 21-14 Tulane over Memphis. Glenn says, I bet 3 beers you score no touchdowns. I would take that bet. Or, sorry, I'm on Glenn's side. I don't think Michigan State scores a touchdown in this game, especially if Draco Malfoy doesn't come back. We don't know what's going on with him. No update yet. I'll be happy to update you guys because I know you come to me for your injury news. I'll let you know what's going on, but I haven't heard anything yet. They're showing Arkansas, Missouri highlights now, so my life is terrible. Ugh, I hate having to watch this. I hate low-key SEC games. I think they suck. They're really boring. Memphis gave PSU a run for their money last year. They did, man. Memphis is nice. Deep fried pancake batter equals funnel cake. All right. Well, I don't have like oil, and I can't deep fry anything, unfortunately. I do love funnel cakes. I haven't been to a carnival in a while. It's real sad. I got Corona off quarantine this Wednesday. I think the alcohol is helping to kill it. Honestly, alcohol fixes everything. Whether you're sad, whether you're happy, whether you're sick, just drink alcohol and it all goes away. It's sick, dude. It's awesome. Hey, Cousin Philip's back. Hello. Post your address here. Maybe someone can bring you food. Yeah, man. Here's my mailing address. Come visit. It'll be sick. Slytherin's going to struggle without Lombardi. They sure are. They are. What's the Crab and Goyle? Are those the other two? Those are the big linemen. Harry Potter's great. I don't drink PBR. Milwaukee's best, so no thanks. Shots fired at Wisconsin beers. This game's pretty boring, not going to lie. That is correct, and that's why I'm here to entertain. So keep on with that chat. I'll talk to you guys all day. I don't give a hoot. I'm not doing anything. Stomping Peak makes funnel cakes at home all the time. It's just a nonstop carnival at the home of Stomping Peak. Advice with Phil. Yes. Halftime stories with Phil. Sorry, Ray. You already missed it, bud. I told a great one, though. It was sick. Really good. One of my best ever. Everyone liked it. They tipped me $1,000. Like, you missed it, though, so I'm not going to retell it. What do you think of Michelob Golden Light? I don't think I've had Michelob Golden Light. Hey, Phil, tell us your favorite live football game story. Probably, so I was at the Outback Bowl in 2013, 14, the South Carolina-Michigan one. I was actually there with Ray, my co-host. It was in Tampa on New Year's Day. Here's a little, okay, yeah, you know what, this is going to be a halftime story with Phil. Here we go. Let me see if I can find this thingy.
Halftime stories with Phil.
Something illegal is happening. Like, this is very bad.
All right. So apparently we're doing halftime stories with Phil. So here we go. I don't know what the year was, 2013 or 2014, but we went to the Outback Bowl down in Tampa. So obviously I live in Florida, but Ray and his buddy Joseph came from South Carolina to go to the game. So they came down a few days early and rented out like an Airbnb or something. And so they scooped me on the way. We all go down to Tampa the night before. So we get there. It's New Year's Eve, and we weren't in Tampa. We were in some little tiny town on the coast or whatever. So not a ton going on, but we're like, hey, let's go out, see what happens. So we go out to this bar, and there are these two British girls who are there. One was named Claire. I forget the name of the other one, but they were British and they talked with accents like this. And I was like, oh, hello, I'm half British myself. And so we laughed and chuckled about being British. And so we ended up hanging out with them like all night long, right? So it's me, Ray, and Joseph, and then these two girls, and we're kind of just bar hopping or whatever. And we get to the end of the night. And one of the weirdest things that ever happened in my life that I experienced was I don't know if I should tell this, but Joseph, I hope he's not watching right now, was like working game on one of these British chicks. So we get in this big ass truck. It's like an F-150, like full cab thing. So me, Ray, and one of the British girls are just hanging out in the cab while Joseph and other girl like go outside of the cab to talk. And then all of a sudden, like 10 minutes later, just the whole truck is just rocking. Like it's rocking back and forth. And it's like, oh my gosh, they are literally doing this right now with us sitting in the cab of the truck. And it was just extremely an awkward situation for other British girl who's sitting in the cab with me and Ray. Like, she doesn't know us. She just met us 2-3 hours ago. And now one of our friends is banging her friend in the back of the truck. Absolutely wild. All right. So that's the first part of the story. But to answer your question, best live football game. So I went to that Michigan, South Carolina Outback Bowl, which was actually sick. A lot of people don't remember that was Denard Robinson was out there. Jadeveon Clowney was there. Obviously, we know about Clowney because he decapitated Vincent Smith in the backfield on the hit. Easily the craziest single play I've ever seen football-wise in person. It was wild, but the game was actually awesome. It was a one-possession game, went all the way down to the end of the fourth quarter. Michigan lost, which was sad, but really, really cool game, cool experience. Raymond James Stadium in Tampa is actually really nice. I like it a lot. It's a cool place to watch a game. But yeah, the two British girls, I'm actually friends with one of them on Facebook. We talk like once a year or something. She pops up in the feed. But I always thought that was pretty funny that they just banged on the back of the pickup truck while three of us sat in the cab. So that's my story. You're welcome. All right, let's see what we got here. That story was amazing. He said that before I started my story, so don't be a jerk. You should order some wings. Oh, I will. I'm going to eat like a king later on. He says Ray had 2/3, 2 out of 3 loads 2 hours ago. He's not working hard at all. I actually don't dip my wings, Turbo. I just eat I throw a little medium buffalo sauce on there and just eat them. I don't dip in ranch or blue cheese. Murray's excited for story time. He likes it. Let's see. Met them in Clearwater. Yeah, all right. So Ray was there. He gets it. We were in Clearwater. 2 British girls from England again. I guess, did I say that before? I guess if they're British, they're already English. I don't have to repeat myself. I apologize. Instead of coffee after a date, they ask for crumpets and tea. They do. Oh, man. What do you think of the Vanderbilt players' walkout after Sarah Fuller's pathetic squib kick award of week and her halftime speech chewing out of the team? I know she kicked. I don't know anything about any of that other stuff. I think it's cool that a chick played. It was a squib kick. So like a lot of people are making fun of it. Like, oh, what was that? That was terrible. It was planned. They told her to do that. She can kick the hell out of the ball. So like, I'm not going to hate on her at all. Corona will be gone until 2025, but no, the vaccine's coming. So there we go. David dropping it with an OH. I hope no one finishes that. IO. Damn it. If the vaccine works, I won't be the first to buy that Kool-Aid. Here's what I'm thinking with this vaccine. This is like all leading up to a Hollywood movie, right? Like this worldwide pandemic happens. Oh, here's a vaccine. We rushed into production and everyone who takes it is going to turn into like a zombie and eat each other. Like I'm terrified of that. Also, though, I think it'd be kind of cool to experience that. Big zombie movie guy, Walking Dead, all that stuff. I mean, obviously it's super sad if it happens to someone you love or whatever, but at the same time, to survive the zombie apocalypse and have to live, and be crazy, I think that'd be kind of fun. Was Joseph with the grenade? Yeah, she wasn't great. Honestly, neither one of them was amazing. The one chick that stayed in the cab with you and I, she was fine, but the other one was like, not so much. How come Ray's on the profile picture? I don't know, man. I mean, I'm the looker of the group, so it doesn't make any sense. My face should be out there. David said I had a heart attack when Justin Fields went down. He's fine. I'm sorry, a grenade. A grenade is a unattractive woman. You'll hear that term often if you watch Jersey Shore on MTV. Throw it back about 15 years. You'll know what we're talking about. Is the squib kick worthy of special teams play of the week because it was done by a female? Yeah, I guess. I mean, no female had ever done it, right? So, like, I don't know, man. Like, obviously, from a PR standpoint, they have to pump this out. You can't just ignore the fact that a woman was playing college football at, like, a Power 5 conference level. You cannot ignore that. It's great PR. It's amazing for the push of equal rights and all that stuff. So, like, men, women, blah, 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 whatever. Should it be an award-winning thing? Probably not. Zombie apocalypses are boring. I hope that doesn't happen. We'll see. Murray says Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead is an amazing film. I love Simon Pegg and Nick, whatever his name is. I think Shaun of the Dead is one of my top probably 10 movies of all time. Really good. He's got to go, so we'll see you. The stupid crap we do. LOL. Have a great day. Meet at my place for the zombie invasion. We'll hang out. This guy needs to take what he can get. Beggars can't be choosers. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was another dude. Don't be hating. I don't know why they're hating on her for kicking. You tell nobody in the locker room is helping her at all. It's just an awkward situation overall to be in, man. Like, I don't know. I'm not really partial one way or the other. I guess if I had to lean, it's like, I guess pro woman. That's cool, but it was a squib kick. Why is everyone like getting all up in arms about it? Don't get Phil going on Shaun of the Dead. Well, it's a British film based in England, so really funny. The Shaun of the Dead's a good movie. It's a good-ass movie. Oh, hi, Duke. I'm going to pet my dog here. Glenn says Caitlyn Jenner hands her the trophy. You ever watch the Van Helsing series? I do. I'm a big fan of the show and the movie. I don't think I'm all the way up on the show. I saw the first season. It was pretty entertaining. But the movie was a fun little jaunt. Hugh Jackman doing his thing. And Kate Beckinsale. Oh, Kate Beckinsale's super babe. She's great. Michael says, man, I hope we play the game this year. I hope we do too. But at the same time, I wouldn't miss it if we didn't because we're going to lose by 70. We got a med student here. I don't think the vaccine will work well. Like COVID, it mutates into different strains. I think it'll be like the flu. You'll need a shot every year. Won't protect you 100%. So, yeah, I mean, I can see that. My sister's a nurse. My mom works in cath lab at a hospital. So they're all up on it. As we're back in action here. Sorry. The second half has begun. 3rd and 2, they fire to Olave. Got it right that time. Incomplete off his hands. Bit overthrown there. So Ohio State's going to punt on their first possession of the second half. Big stop for the Spartans. Murray with the score update, 20-0 Penn State over Rutgers. I think we all saw that coming. Rutgers, not that good. Penn State should have been better, so they're out to prove something. Vanderbilt have revolted because of the PR stunt. Like their kicker from last year could have played, and they chose her. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Obviously, they did it it's Vanderbilt, right? Like, what positive news has Vanderbilt football had in the past decade, aside from James Franklin left them to go to Penn State, right? So, like, they had to do something to get their name in the news to battle with all the other SEC teams. So I don't blame them for doing it. And she delivered the kick. Like, that's another thing too, man. She delivered the kick. So good for her. She did what was asked. That's it. I don't know anything about the whole, firing up the team at halftime with a speech or whatever. I don't know about a walkout. I haven't heard anything about that. I don't really care about any of that. But Vanderbilt, I work in college athletics. From a PR perspective, you have to pump that stuff out there. So it's not the craziest thing I've ever heard. The government's going to pay us $1,500 for taking the vaccine. I would like $1,500. I'll do just about anything for money. I don't know if I would take that vaccine, though. Like, I would definitely want to wait on that before we hear what's going on. This is fun to hear good stories. Oh, yeah. Halftime stories with Phil is great. Vandy should leave the SEC. I mean, it's not the worst idea. They suck. They don't compete in anything ever. Baseball. Oh, sorry. Skirt. I'm a baseball guy. They're awesome at baseball. And SEC conference is probably the best conference in baseball, in college baseball. Other than that, though, they do not compete in anything. So, I don't know. It's pretty tough. But why would you leave? Like, I mean, so many people in this country regard the SEC as the top, probably athletic conference in the country, top to bottom, any sport. Add up all the sports. SEC is probably number one. So it'd be foolish of them to leave. There's just too much money there for them. They would never leave. If they give the vaccine to healthcare workers and it goes very bad, we're in big trouble. That's a good point. I think I'm not against them getting it first. I think that's a good idea. But yeah, if it doesn't go well, then yeah, we are absolutely screwed. Doesn't Vandy raise the GPA? It does do that for sure. I don't think Alabama and Auburn are bringing grades like Vanderbilt student athletes are. They won the SEC in women's soccer. Cool. So there's that. I'll take the vaccine. We have so many vaccines that are similar. Nobody has become a zombie yet. Give it time. The GPA is why they're in the SEC. So, yeah, I think we're all on the same page here. It wouldn't make sense for Vanderbilt to leave. They'll never leave. Why would they leave? Sorry, I'm really popular. I'm just checking my phone here. We're on commercial break. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, we're back. All right, so sorry. I'm going to need new beer, and I need to pee here in a second, so I'm going to go do that. My man Duke's chilling, being a good boy. Dogs are the best. I'm definitely a dog guy over cats. Cats aren't the worst, but like dogs are just so much cooler. That's just a fact of life. Auburn 20, A&M 14. Skirt, just missed it. Go Tigers. War damn Eagle. I'm all about that life. Get A&M out of there. Honestly, I want Cincinnati or Coastal or BYU in that championship. Like, I throw a wrench. It's 2020. There's no rules. Get crazy with it. So I would love for A&M to get out of the way there. Yeah, let's make that happen. Why are we throwing baby passes? The game's in hand. It doesn't matter. You don't need more points. You're already up 28. Do you think next year they make the players take the vaccine? I don't think you can make anyone take a vaccine, I don't think. Unless there's some crazy stuff that happens. But when it comes to health, like I don't think you could force people to do anything. Peyton Thorne in at QB for MSU. He sure is. Draco went out. He got hit on a sack and smacked his head pretty good. So it looked to me like he was in a concussion protocol sort of deal. But I didn't actually get confirmation. I'm just kind of assuming off what I see on a muted TV screen that's right here. But yeah, Peyton Thorne, the freshman, is in there at quarterback. My dog's my homie. Dog's the best. Oh, you got the dog in the profile pic. That's great. From since he'd love to see them make it. Go Bearcats, Jason Maxiel. There's a throwback for you. Former basketball player for Cincinnati. And Piston. So good for him. He had one of the sickest in-game dunks I've ever seen. He jumped from the inner circle near the free throw line and just one hand stuffed it. He's a nasty dunker. Godkong says leave out OSU, just tick him off next year. Zach Wilson to the Lions. The last time the Lions took a BYU quarterback didn't work out so well, right? Oh, wait, no. Sorry, that's Boise State. Damn it. Kellen Moore I was talking about there. Shoot. I'm a moron. I mean, Wilson's not bad, but we'll see. I don't know where we're going to draft. I want at this point, where we know we're not going to make the playoffs, I'm not really worried about the draft pick because if you're picking between 8 and 16, that doesn't really matter. As Thorne on 3rd and 5 completes the pass to his receiver. There is football going on. That was Jaden Reed on the grab. I apologize. I'm really bad at this play-by-play stuff. So it'll be a first down for Michigan State. So their new quarterback, young freshman guy, I already forgot his name again, Peyton Thorne. He's delivered 5 first downs since he's come into the game. And Draco was not doing that. So maybe Michigan State will make a comeback here. And on 1st and 10, they fire over the middle, and he finds his receiver again. That was Jaden Reed for the second time in a row. It'll be another first down for Michigan State. 2 catches for about 25 yards on the last 2 plays for Michigan State. Murray York shouting out Ty Detmer, former Heisman Trophy winner. BYU's had some good quarterbacks. He was a Lion. You do know they have this game live on YouTube. I did not know that. That's nice of them. But do they have this amazing commentary from me? I don't think they do. This is the only place you're going to get that on Intermittent Sports, so be sure to subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. Mac Jones of the Bears. I think Mac Jones kind of overrated. I don't know how good he is compared to just is Alabama amazing. I'm not super impressed with him. I'm a fan of Corey Lindsey and AJ Hawk. I never really liked AJ Hawk. He was kind of a lame-o. Is Kyle Trask draft eligible? I think he is. He looks really freaking good. And so does Pitts. Florida's nasty. I can't believe they lost to A&M. That's really sad. 2nd and 6. It's a scramble for Thorne. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. So it'll be 3rd and short coming up as he pulls down on the pass play to run for 4 yards there. I think Florida's real nice with it. So I'd like to kind of see them make it. Hey, big old fluppers. Hello again. Hey, bud. How are ya? Glad to have you here. Third and 3 upcoming for the Spartans as the freshman Thorne is in the game. And he's going to go under center. You don't see this a ton. Puts a receiver in motion. Ohio State rushes 4. It's a rollout to the left. Thorne on the throw to notes. Jaden Reed. That's 3 times he has a catch on this drive. I still don't know his freaking name. I'm a moron. Nice play there. That's an interesting play with a freshman quarterback rolling out to his left against the blitz away from the line of scrimmage, but he delivered a really nice ball. As Michigan State is running a hurry-up offense following that play. Run up the middle for about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 coming up here. Honestly, they look way better with Lombardi on the sideline. Granted, it's a 28-0 game, so Ohio State's probably not bringing a ton on defense right now. But Thorne looks pretty accurate. He's in control of the offense here. And that's the sort of thing where you got to wonder, hey, what would this team have done from the beginning with him under center? As they run the ball in 2nd and 8, that's Collins on the pitch. To the right side, he gains about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and mid coming up. It's Yanis. Hi. Hello. I love how you said my name. It was so good. Oh, you're welcome, bud. Cool. Waffle. Is that a waffle with syrup in your thing? Everyone loves waffles. Devin says you're a Michigan fan. I sure am, bud. Michigan obviously got canceled against Maryland this week, so we decided to just throw on the stream and see who would stop by for a Michigan State Ohio State broadcast here. I do not support either team. No Buckeyes, no Spartans, not on this channel. But we're here to talk sports, talk football. Just hang out, bud. We're drinking some beers, watching football, enjoying our lovely Saturday. 3rd and 4 now for the Spartans. And they're going to run out of the shotgun, not before they look to the sideline. They're going to get the play call there. Thorne approaching the center. They move the running back to the right side. It's 3 wide to his left. 6 men on the line of scrimmage. And he makes more adjustments. This is very exciting stuff for a freshman. Snaps the ball, 3rd and 4. Ohio State brings 4. Thorne's going to tuck and run, but he is sacked behind the line of scrimmage. 2 Buckeyes eat him up. It'll be 4th and about 8 coming up. Interesting to see what Michigan State might do here. They're down by 4 scores. 9 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. They really need points. You're on the Ohio State side of the field. I'm going for it, man. I mean, your defense has done – they've had a few stops, but, I mean, you got to try, right? But no, they're going to pull the offense off the field, and they're going to punt for the 19th time today. So you wonder why a team doesn't score any points? It's because they do things like this. Let's see. Pete Warner can't tackle. I mean, so when I did my research before the game, I saw that Warner was the top guy for Ohio State in tackles, but I haven't said his name all day. I have no idea what he's been doing. They've really needed him, to be honest. Michigan State offense hasn't been amazing, but kind of surprising that he hasn't been out there. Where's your partner, says Greg. Welcome back, by the way, man. Good to see you again. He's helping his sister move today, so I'm running solo on this stream. No Ray today. However, tomorrow, be sure to tune in. We got the Lions game at 1 against the Bears, and then we're doing Michigan basketball versus UCF. So we're streaming 6 to 7 hours straight tomorrow. Be sure to tune in. We'd love to have you back. Ooh, baseball question. Let's go, baby. Who's going to win more games, the Tigers or the Mariners? Mariners, for sure. Tigers are still another year away. Easy. They've got some young pieces, but overall, they're just not ready. They're going to be a 60-win team again. State beat Michigan. That is correct. If you look back, we actually broadcasted the game live, and we called it. And it was real sad because Michigan was a 21-point favorite. As long as the Badgers don't turn it over 5 times again, I'm good. I mean, you never know. If COVID-19 doesn't keep TTUN from playing OSU, what's your score prediction? Honest prediction, if everyone's healthy and good to go, 49-14, something like that. It's going to be a bloodbath. Helping his sister move. I'd drawn out for booze what I'd miss. Michigan State still bad. Ohio State still good. We're halfway through the 2nd quarter. It's 28-0. I'm surprised they didn't go for it. I am too, man. Honestly, like at some point, like there's game strategy and there's just like having confidence in your team. Like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't go for it on 4th and 8, but you're in their territory. You have to score 4 times. Okay, you've barely stopped them all day. Why not try? You know, like just give it a shot, man. Like no one's expecting you to win. You might as well go for it. Is it a full baseball season this time? As far as I know, yeah, they're going to run 162 with everything lined up for regular spring training and regular games. So hopefully that'll happen. Damn, I was afraid of that. Yeah, nothing changed. Just keep drinking. State beat Michigan. That's like the Lions winning against the Eagles. How you compare it? I can't believe that State beat Michigan. I'll just say that. Lions are way better than the Eagles, though, for sure. Phil, tell us another story, please. I don't have one on deck, man. Like, I've lived a life. Things have happened in my life. But just coming off the top of the dome with stories, like, it's not always there. If something clicks, maybe I'll run one back, but we'll see. This game's really boring, man. 28-0. This is a hard game to stream. It'll be Ohio State ball. 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line. Fields out of the shotgun. Fields a low shotgun snap and hands it off. It's a game about 5 yards on that run. 2nd and short coming up. Interesting Tigers Twitter question a few days ago. Who led the Tigers in home runs when you were 10? So for me, when I was 10, that would have been 1997. So Tigers in 97. Cecil was gone. They sucked. Is that like the Bobby Higginson year? Remember that year he made an all-star game because MLB made a rule that like every team had to have at least one all-star, and Bobby Higginson made the all-star team? That was wild. That might have been him in 97. 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes. They handed off, gained about 3 yards on that play. Sermon on the carry. Murray says, can you sing or dance for us? This game is over. I'm nice with it on karaoke. I love going out to karaoke. My go-to songs, 3 of them, okay? Number 1, if there's a lady in the building that I'm trying to serenade, Never Had a Dream Come True by S Club 7. Great slow jam. Number 2, if we're just vibing, everyone's having a good time, it's I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness. Sounds like a love song, but it's a rock ballad. Great song there. And then 3, if we're turning up, like everyone's just getting after it, I hit them with the Ignition remix by R. Kelly. Those are my top 3 karaoke songs, and I am very good at performing them. Murray says Pete Incaviglia to answer that Tigers question. It's possible. He probably was around there then, unless you actually looked it up, and that might be very true. I remember he was a former Philly, too. I used to live in Philly back in the day. As Ohio State on 3rd and 1 is running a toss play to Sermon, and he's going to go all the way and score. That's about a 60-yard tutter, as just Michigan State didn't have any defenders on the screen that entire time. That was absolutely insane that they had no one on the screen to tackle that guy. Clayton's Awesome Videos. Hello. How are you? George says Mickey Tettleton led when he was 10. 97 was Tony Clark, of course, Tony the Tiger. He was a stud back then. Do you know Don't Stop Me Now? Little Queen? If the words were on the screen, I could probably do it. I can't do it off the top of my head, though. I believe in a thing called one of the best videos ever, too, with the giant octopus, the space octopus. Crazy song. Absolutely. Everyone who's – okay, don't do it now because you're watching me, which is important. But when you're on YouTube, The Darkness, I Believe in a Thing Called Love. Look up the music video. It's like 3.5 minutes long. Absolutely wild. Justin Fields with the pancake block. What a run. That was crazy. I would say it's really good. See how Fields was faster than the running back. Yeah, he was cooking there pretty good. If we play OSU, I predict we get beat by the worst score in Michigan history. Yeah, Maybe. Clark had 32. Higgy had 27. Thanks for looking that up. Tony Clark was nice with it, man, back in the day. And he's what? He's like the MLB PA, like president or whatever. So he's solid. But Bobby Higginson, that's a throwback. I didn't think that was going to come out of my mouth today, but there it was. Go Tigers. There's that. View count drops to 0 for the next 3.5 minutes. Everyone's going to watch that vid, dude. Big fan of Mr. Brightside for karaoke. That's a banger. I mean, honestly, like if you want to get the crowd going, if you're in a bar, there's 100 people, whatever. Not that we know about that because COVID, there's no longer people in bars. But you throw on Mr. Brightside, everyone is singing that song. I promise. I Want Stanley. It was a great song for the Red Wings. Field Speed. He's a real fast man. Africa by Toto. It's good. It's a jam. It's a banger, but it's kind of overdone a little bit. You think we can trade Miggy as a DH for some value? No shot. No one is trading for Miguel Cabrera right now. He's making way too much money for not a ton of production. He's going to end his career as a Tiger. And he's been great. You know, he helped the Tigers a ton. So good for him. He made his money, made his mark on the team. But no one's taking that contract at all. I promise. Thong song for the win. I mean, you know, if everyone's feeling a little frisky, why not? Bobby Higginson rookie card increase in value up 5 cents. That makes it worth about 6 cents. You ever play Sweet Carolina or Build Me Up Buttercup at a football game? I have not. I thought Sweet Carolina was a Red Sox thing. I don't know. That was like a football thing. Build Me Up Buttercup. That's interesting. That's not really a sports-themed song, I feel like. I don't know if I would mess with that. I play music, so at my job, I'm the baseball guy, so I do the PA and the music there. And I try to do bangers only. I will do some songs to get, the crowd going. One of my go-to moves, here's one to look out for next time you're at a baseball game. 7th inning stretch, okay? You play Take Me After the Ball Game. It's about 30 seconds long, and then you follow that up with Tequila, the song Tequila from the Sandlot. So you fade it right in. Take Me After the Ball Game. Bum, 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 it's a great transition. Gets the crowd clapping. They love the last couple innings. It's a power move. That's from a professional PA music guy. Take Me After the Ball Game into Tequila. Game over. You're welcome. Have you looked back at when the Bears made their song in the 80s? I've seen it, the Super Bowl Shuffle, I'm assuming you're talking about here. I have not watched that in some time, but I think that's amazing that the team was like, hey, guys, let's get together and make a music video because we're badass as shit and we're the best defense in the history of the NFL. And they did it, and they made a music video. And it was corny as all get out, but there it is. But I haven't watched it in a while, no. You need a full cover of the I'm a Barbie Girl song. A little Aqua, throwing it back. I think it was 96, I want to say. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Oh, banger. Wait, did you say Tequila? That perked George up. He's ready to go. Little Juan Daly on deck. Love Tequila. Got to start game at 4, so I might miss the final minutes. Ethan, I promise, man, you're not going to miss anything. I can basically guarantee at this point that Michigan State's going to lose. Ohio State's got this one in the bag. God Kong likes the steel curtain over the Bears. I mean, they were pretty good. They had guys who could tackle football players. But, I don't know, man, that 85 Bears was pretty historic. You also have the Purple People Eaters of Minnesota way back in the day. All good. Tequila, let's go. Fireflies by Owl City. Okay, I mess with Owl City. I love Fireflies. Owl City's a cool. It's one dude. It's not a band. It's a guy who does whatever. But big Owl City guy. You want to get the crowd hype? Play In the Mood by Glenn Miller. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a throwback or a current, whatever. I don't know what that song is. Maybe if I heard it. But you saying those words, I have no idea what's going on. Greg said the Bears only did it 1 year, but that 1 year was so historic. Like, it was pretty darn good. First down, Michigan State fires deep down the right side. Oh, spin move, broken tackle. And that is Reed on the grab. That's a gain of about 50 to 60 yards there. Nice play there from Reed. I don't know who that is. He's not on my list. Oh, yeah, Jaden Reed. All right, he caught like 19 balls earlier. Busted coverage there from Ohio State as they pick up. Yeah, that was easily a 60-yard gainer. So Michigan State, for the first time, threatening. They're at the Ohio State 20-yard line. Will they score? Could the shutout be over? I guess we're about to find out. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. They're going to hand it off. No, it's a keeper. And he keeps it all the way into the end zone. That's a touchdown. Michigan State. Thorne, the freshman. 20-yard RPO option, which is redundant. For the Tutter, Michigan State is on the board. It's 35-6. The Raiders had a brutal defense back then. The 70s were a time. I don't know anything about the 70s, to be honest. George says that's a WW2 era song. Yeah, I've never heard of it, so it's got to be old. If the Dolphins showed up against the Patriots, well, we might not even remember the 85 Bears. Reed did that. I was slamming a shot at 11:33, and I choked and I almost filled my Huggies. Holding out for a hero is a bop. That song goes. That goes hard. I need a hero. Oh, so good. We're going to review the touchdown here. He was in easily. Foot in bounds, no knee. That's a tutter. That's pretty cool to score your first ever touchdown against a really good Ohio State team as you're down by 35. Harbaugh was the quarterback for the Bears back in the day. Mike Ditka, sweet feet. So I know there's lines channels. I'm going to say Barry Sanders, but a lot of people like Walter Payton as one of the greatest of all time. Jim Brown's in that conversation. Who do you guys think? Greatest NFL only running back of all time. Who do you got? I'm going to go Barry for sure. Austin says 73-6 over khaki pants next week. If Michigan scores 6, I'll be pretty happy. Hey, Valhalla's back. Did you miss me? No. Mr. Sandman is the bop of the bops. That's not factual. Here comes the comeback. George is pumped. He likes it. For the GOAT conversation, Jack says Barry. Brandon says Barry. Murray says Jim. Valhalla's got Peyton. Brandon says no question, Barry. George says Barry Sanders, no contest. Adrian Peterson says Turbo. Here's the thing, man. Like, AP was so nasty. Like, I'm not going to even twist that at all. Probably the best that we've had in the 2000s, right? But I think he destroyed his legacy by bouncing around so much late. I feel like the guys who stick with one team, those are the guys who you really consider like, hey, those are GOATs. Like, that's how it's done. Anyone who bounces, like Peterson, he was on the Cardinals. I saw that the other day and I completely forgot about it. He went Vikings, Cardinals, Redskins, now the Lions. Like, if you're truly great, why are you bouncing like that? That's crazy to me. But Peterson is amazing. Don't get me twisted at all. Like, great player. I think it hurts his legacy that he bounced so much late in his career. Franco Harris for longevity. No, that's just, I don't agree with that. Jim Brown says Tyrell. Jim Brown, but his thing, he was so short, right? It was like, 8 years? But he crushed it in those 8 years. He was amazing. He was the best in the league by far for 8 years in a row and then just stopped. Peyton Hillis, he had the Madden cover. He was on his way. The Madden cover cursed him. That's what took him down. Fat Eddie Lacy is definitely an option. That's probably a top 3 guy overall. Jamarcus Russell second. That's fair. Chubb and Henry are starting to look like they could be GOATs. Henry, I think, has it. Chubb, he gets hurt a lot, right? So that's kind of scary. But Derrick Henry, he's got it, man. He's an old school running back, a 90s, 80s running back playing now. He catches the ball well enough, which is good. I like Derrick Henry a lot, though. I think he's really, really talented. AP also played for the Saints. So look at that. Saints, Cardinals, Redskins, Lions, plus Vikings. That's 5 teams. That's too much going on, man. Barry's 2. AP on the Vikings broke so many records, I got to say him. He was nasty. He was so nice. But I don't know. Sanders was on another level. Like, everyone talks about it, and I know it's like it's such a Lions thing to harp on this, but the line and the offense was so bad for the Detroit Lions in the 90s, and Barry Sanders is the reason that, like, they had any success. They didn't have a ton of it, but they had any success. It was because of Barry Sanders. And he was doing things behind the line that people had never seen before. He's an amazing running back. Pearson's legacy was crushed the day he put on blast for beating his 2-year-old. I mean, it was a switch. People do it all the time, but, in this day and age, social media, it kind of ruined him. It really did, honestly. I don't know, Deion Sanders bounced quite a bit. He did, but no one's calling him the GOAT. I mean, he's good. Let's see what else. Thompson was the best in the last 20 years. That's an interesting point. LaDainian Thompson's super underrated. Another guy where, he went to the freaking Jets. God, I hate when teams do that. Just reward your guys. They've been there forever. Just help them out. But LT for a while there, he ran that shit for sure. The Chargers teams are really, really, really good with him. He did so much. He scored 1 million touchdowns as on 2nd and 13, Ohio State catches the ball and looks like they fumbled. They're going to call fumble and Michigan State recovers it, as that was Olave. Got it right there with the catch and fumble. So here's the comeback. I know George is pumped right now. Makes the grab, makes a football move, and just lost. That should be a fumble for sure. And a clean recovery there for Michigan State. Chubb's been hurt once in 3 years. Clearly, I don't know anything that I'm talking about. I'm a moron. He's really nice for Cleveland. I like him a lot. So, sure, he's good. I wish you let them score. Playoff committee's not impressed. Emmitt Smith did the bounce around crap to beat Barry's numbers. It was poop. He played for the Cardinals. Ugh. Why do all these running backs go to the Cardinals to go suck? I don't understand that. 20 days till Christmas. What's your go-to Christmas movie? It's Christmas Vacation. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, without question, is the best Christmas movie that exists. 1st and 10 for Michigan State on a slant route. Overshoots his receiver, and that's an amazing pick. Holy Lord. That's Wade on the grab. What a pick. Laid out full Superman to get that one off the fingertips of the Michigan State receiver. Wade with the interception. That was awesome. That was a really cool play. Bad throw. Barry Sanders is no James Stewart. Dynamite drop in there from Ray. Appreciate you. If only the Packers had a Brett Favre, Barry Sanders backfield, that would have been another level. Rachel says we actually scored. You sure did. Your buddy, freshman quarterback, ran it in from 20 out, and then he just threw a pick. So that's sad. God Kong says Deion's the CB GOAT. Maybe you've never heard of Charles Woodson. I don't know if that's a thing. Best fullback, Mike Allstott. He's up there. Him and Warwick Dunn. He's just smacking around pretty good. Jack says Barry, Thurman, Thomas, Emmitt Smith was great years to watch the run game. Early 90s. I mean, every team except Barry's was making the Super Bowl back then. So I saw Frank Harris's last game with the Seahawks. That's gross. Should have been a Steeler. George says, let's go. We're the best team in America. That must have come before that interception. Cardinals are a retirement home. I mean, people like Arizona. It is nice. Nice and warm. Stomping says Christmas Vacation is awesome. It sure is. Greg says Chevy Chase sucks. We've been over this. I was probably blacked out by the time we were talking about this, but Christmas Vacation is by far the best Christmas movie. It just is. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Going back to great defenses, the 2000 Ravens were so good they didn't even have Ed Reed or Terrell Suggs yet. Terrell Suggs might have come in the league in 2000. He might have been 2001. No, he's 2003. He was 2003. I'm a moron. I apologize. My bad. Ed Reed was 02. I know that. So, yeah, 2000 was good. Ray Lewis killing guys on the field, off the field, whatever. Go Ravens. Howell lives in Arizona. He gets it. Larry Fitzgerald doesn't have a ring. Larry Fitzgerald's so underrated, dude. Amazing receiver. I'd probably rank it Jerry Rice, Calvin Johnson, Larry Fitzgerald. 1, 2, 3. Die Hard is the best Christmas movie. It's a good movie. The whole Die Hard joke thing, so many people said it. George says, I retract my previous shitter was full. See, that's what I'm saying. Christmas Vacation is great. Die Hard's a very good movie. It's not a Christmas movie. Let's put that joke to rest. Home Alone's really good. Home Alone's really good. I hate the old-timey It's a Wonderful Life stuff. Get out of here with that. No one cares. No one's having a wonderful life these days. So let's get the comedy and the action stuff. Christmas Vacation's good. Home Alone is good. Miracle on 34th Street, pass. A Christmas Story, pass. I'm just not into those. Which running back has the most yards in consecutive Super Bowls? Terrell Davis? I have no idea. That's just, I know the Broncos went back-to-back. So I'm going to throw Terrell Davis on that one. Your top three sucks. How's Moss not in the top three? Randy Moss, very good. He bounced around too, so I'll throw it on that. He played for the Titans. Why is Randy Moss playing for the Titans? That's crazy. He's 4. We'll throw Randy Moss at 4. God Kong says a little overrated, so you guys are probably going to fight. Like when the cat got electrocuted. That's hilarious. Storm of Life is up there with In the Mood by Glenn Miller. Yeah, no, if you fought in the war, go ahead and listen to this song and watch this movie. Oh, man. Valhalla not feeling God Kong right now. I think they're going to fist fight in the chat. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. It's a banger. Mariah Carey Christmas album. Whoo! Don't get me started. She used to be so hot, dude. Oh, Mariah Carey's great. There's a penalty, by the way. We are watching a football game. Michigan State versus, who is it? Ohio State. There's a personal foul on Michigan State. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. So it's 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes. They're at the Michigan State 34-yard line. Fields is working out of the shotgun. He's got one in the backfield, tight end to his left. Another fumbled shotgun snap. Then a fumbled RPO. And then Fields picks it up anyway and runs 20 yards. I don't understand why this guy can't catch shotgun snaps. I don't think they're bad. That one was a little low, and I guess they're coming in hot. But he flips them up, and then he catches them. But then he's such an athlete that he's able to get yardage, because Michigan State's really bad. Justin Fields pretty good quarterback. Night Before Christmas is okay. I've actually never seen that movie in my life. Well, Tim Burton film, never seen it. And he moves this offseason for the Tigers. I like the R. Harris wants to talk baseball with me. I'll talk baseball all day. I don't think they've made any moves whatsoever. I haven't really been following a ton, so I'm not 100% sure on that. But it's hard for them. No one's going to go sign there, right? Unless you throw them some crazy contract like C.J. Cron last year. And then they don't really have any trade assets, so there's just nothing really to do. When did Moss play for the Titans? Dude, I don't know. I know it happened. Look it up, dude. He went Vikings, Raiders, Patriots, Titans. He might have ended his career with the Titans, to be honest. Reindeer Games was a good movie. Who was that? Freaking Ben Affleck was in that one. At a casino or a strip club? Casino. And they rob it or something. Now, that's a lot going on in that movie. Reindeer Games. Interesting choice. I don't remember Moss on the Titans. Vikings, Raiders, Patriots, Vikings. Let's Google it, man. Let's look it up. Someone look it up for me. I'm pretty sure Randy Moss played for the Tennessee Titans. Didn't think I was going to get hammered for breakfast, but like that, it's inevitable. I think it's awesome that you're having breakfast. 11:46 on the West Coast. It's almost 3 o'clock here. I need more beer, and I need to pee really bad. Fields looking like Lamar Jackson. 49ers. Moss played for them, too. The season there's an asterisk if one ever deserved one. I agree. Only 49ers, yep. Is no one seeing the Titans thing? Am I making that up? I really thought Randy Moss played for the Titans. Marcus Allen looked up most yards in the Super Bowls. Holiday in handcuffs. I don't know what that is. It's 3rd and goal for Ohio State, apparently. I've got a golden retriever licking my elbow. So I'm going to pet this very good boy as we sit here waiting on Ohio State to score again. I have to pee so bad. I'm trying to wait till a commercial break. Trevor coming in. I don't know who Trevor is. Thank you for the dynamite drop. And he did after he got waived in 2009. So look at me knowing my Randy Moss Tennessee Titans trivia. Jack's watching Texas A&M versus Auburn. I know A&M went up 28-20. I just really need Auburn to cover 5.5 points. So if they can score even a field goal, 28-23 is fine. I'd prefer a touchdown, but really need that to happen. Huggies, my dude, Huggies. I'm not going to piss in a diaper. I'm not going to do it. Ever see the Riley Reid Christmas special? Yeah, I might do that later. 3rd and goal as Fields is going to roll out to his left and fires to the end zone. That ball is caught by McCall. He's not on my list. I have no idea who that is. but he made a cool sliding grab for a touchdown. Dude, give me the ball. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. I'll play fetch with you. You're a good boy. Oh, here's one for you. Best halftime show in the Super Bowl. It's got to be between Janet Jackson and JT, or was it the Jennifer Lopez Shakira? Because those are both very solid. So probably one of those two. Look at Duke in the background. What a good boy. Where's the ball? Where's the ball? Let's play fetch. What are you doing? Moss played 8 games with the Titans, starting 4. He made 6 catches for 80 yards and no tuds. Look at that. Who remembers that stuff? Sean Alexander played for Washington. Dude, he was so nasty for Seattle back in the day. Like, he was drafted in 2000, right, out of Alabama. For 2000 to 2009, arguably the best running back in the league. He did amazing things. Imagine this scenario. Choosing between the undefeated Big Champ, 1 loss SEC, 1 loss ACC, 1 loss Notre Dame, 1 loss Bama. I mean, it's not easy. I would probably go, if Ohio State has their games, I'd go undefeated Ohio State, SEC winner, whether that's Alabama undefeated or Florida. Well, Notre Dame's playing in the ACC, right? So you can't really separate 1 loss ND. Well, I guess you could. I don't know who else in the ACC is undefeated, though. You got Clemson with 1 loss, but if Notre Dame beats them again, which is, I think, pretty big, get them out of there. Give me Cincy, baby. So give me Ohio State, Bama, Notre Dame, Cincinnati. Let's go. MLB draft in July. Yeah, they're doing over the All-Star break, which is kind of cool. So it gives guys more time to showcase their talents in the College World Series. So everyone wants an Irish loss. So it's 38-7 here, Ohio State over Michigan State. They're about to kick off. 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the third. On that note, I'm going to go get more beer, and I'm going to pee. So BRB. Puppies! I'm back. Hey, everyone, I'm back. We had a dog situation. They had to go outside. God Kong wants the 4 conference champs in, excluding the Big 12. Well, that seems rude. OSU needs style points in this game. I mean, they're pretty dominant regardless. I'm not super concerned about that. Since he was great in their conference last year, Ohio State beat them like 42-0. That's a fair point. Like, I mean, that's the knock on mid-majors, right? It's like, who'd you play, right? And I know, being Orlando, obviously, I went through the whole UCF thing a couple years ago when they went undefeated. But then they went out and they beat the hell out of Auburn. But then everyone wants to bring up, oh, well, Auburn wasn't trying, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know, man. If you're out there on the field playing, you don't want to get embarrassed, right? So I say I like seeing the underdog guys get a chance. I'm into it. I'd like to see Cincinnati out there. I think if BYU wins, I think, first of all, it's awesome that Coastal and BYU are playing today. On 2 days' notice, BYU is flying to freaking South Carolina to play an undefeated team. That's really cool. So give them a shot, too, if they win this game. Shout out to them for not being soft about it. I love to see that. Justin Fields batting Lamar for worst haircut in football. Tony Gonzalez is pretty good. I think he finished in Atlanta. He actually played multiple years in Atlanta. He was actually still really good in Atlanta. What's Rude is neglecting half the game. That's your brother from another mother stream, Letterkenny. I love Letterkenny, bro. Oh, my God. That show cracks me up. It's so funny. I quote it all the time. All the time. Big Letterkenny guy. It's on Hulu for anyone wondering. You see in the 4 spot, Turbo likes that. Number 3 pick will get the best start in the draft. The 2 Vandy pitchers projected to go 1 and 2. Kamar Rocker is a guy who throws the ball hard. So I think that'd be cool to get. But maybe we'll win a ton of games this year. Go Tigers. Who knows? I'm actually a Blue Jays fan, but I'll cover the Tigers on this channel for sure. I'm a big baseball guy. But I don't know. Tigers have some pieces. I like Mize. I like Torkelson. So there's stuff to build on. It's just going to take a couple years. The Royals did it, though. They did the same exact thing back in the mid-O's. It all started with Alex Gordon with number 2 in, I think, 2005. They built, and they won their World Series in 2015, or 14 or whatever it was. So there's a chance. I want to tell you I'm going to get into woodworking. Oh, that's terrific. BYU and Cincy both deserve in the college football playoff over Oklahoma, even if OK wins the Big 12. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the Big 12 this year, I think, has been a step down. I don't know about the Pac-12. I don't even know who's winning that at all. Is Oregon still undefeated, I think? So, I mean, do they get a shot? It's tough, man. Like, the COVID thing is super messed up because so many schools, didn't play enough games or whatever. It's really hard to compare it. But in the end, I think you can just tell who the good teams are. Alabama's really freaking good. Clemson's really good, but they lost Notre Dame, but without their quarterback. So what do you do there? Notre Dame goes undefeated. They have to be in, right? But what do you do if Clemson beats Notre Dame in the ACC championship? Is that even a thing? I don't know if that's possible or not. There's just so many scenarios. It's tough, man. I am not envious of people who have to make that decision. The LA fan talk about tacos and hikes while I went out for booze. That's the LA way, dude. Everyone loves tacos. Blue Jays fan watching the Tigers while wearing a Mariners hat. That's basically how I get down. Big hat guy. But I'll talk to you about any team, man. I like to think I have a pretty good knowledge of just about every MLB team. So no matter what hat I'm wearing, let's talk about that team. I'm in. Tucker's mad right now. I would be too. I'm losing by 31 freaking points. Washington leading the pack. So there's that. Texas up 59-31. They were, I think, 6.5 point favorites in that one. Texas is one of those teams, man. I like Erlinger, whatever his name is, but every time I pick them, man, I feel like they don't come through for me. And no, the LSU game last year was pretty cool, and then this year they've just kind of been up and down all around. Michigan keep Harbaugh if his record against OSU goes to 0-6. I hope not, man. Get rid of him. If you can't win the game, get out of here. 4th and 1, Michigan State goes for it. Apparently there's action on the field. From their own 39 on 4th and 1, they throw a wide receiver screen, and it is completed to Nailor for a first down. Florida-Bama should be fun. I agree. That's going to be an offensive shootout. I'm hammering the over on that one. Oklahoma State 22, TCU 21, end of the third. I know Oklahoma State, I think they were 3-point favorites in that one. Former top 10 team, 1st and 10. Michigan State completes another pass. This is for another first down to Nailor again. You know what's crazy to me as we're talking football here? In the Michigan State game, Ricky White went for 8 catches, 196 and a tud. Okay. On the season, so every other game Michigan State's played since then, he has 2 catches. What? He's missed a few games due to injury or something. So that's one part of it. But he hasn't been mentioned at all today. He has 2 catches outside the Michigan game where he exploded for almost 200 yards. Absolutely crazy. Stomach says it shows we have a flawed playoff system. There needs to be more teams in. I mean, that's been the argument for years and years and years and years and years. Like, how can you decide, man? There's too many teams. It's hard to do. And, like, oh, what do? Do you play an 8-game conference schedule and then do a bracket, and that way 16 teams can get in? As Thorny here rips off, he tucks and runs on a 1st and 10 play and actually picked up about 30 yards as the freshman quarterback there. On the play action fake, saw a big hole, had some blockers out in front, a couple nifty moves and broke a tackle, and able to pick up 30 yards for the Spartans there. So they're pretty deep in Ohio State territory now as they threaten to score here. It's 38. It's 38-7, so they're up 31. Spread on this game was 23.5, 24.5, depending on what book you used. So a touchdown here could be pretty important. The 31-point lead for Ohio State, 1st and 10. Thorne lost one to the right side, well out of play. Incomplete, 2nd and 10 coming up. Jared Lorenzen, heaviest quarterback, 315 pounds, played for the Colts. He also played for the University of Kentucky, and he was an absolute animal for the Wildcats. We love Jared Lorenzen. He's actually, did he die? I think he died within a year or two. I might be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry to be morbid or whatever. I'm pretty sure he passed away. March Madness 64 team bracket. Let's do it. But all that's going to lead to, honestly, is people arguing about seeding and stuff. Well, why is Iowa State higher than LSU? And that's stupid, man. 8-team playoff I could see, but I also understand why they do 4. It's not the craziest thing I've ever heard. 2nd and 10, Michigan State. Play action fake. Fires off to the left corner. And that pass is broken up by Hooker. Haven't mentioned him lately. That's Marcus Hooker on the coverage. Able to break that one up. I don't know if he's been involved today or not. I haven't been paying a ton of attention. But a really nice defensive play there from number 23. Turbo confirms Jared Lorenzen did die. R.I.P. I agree. That boy was a gunslinger. Big old buddy. No bracket this year, but that needs to happen. It's kind of BS how one loss can take you out. Win your games, and you don't have to worry about it. The hefty lefty, says George. 3rd and 10, Michigan State. And that passes out of bounds as well. So they're down by 31, which would be 4 touchdowns plus some 2-point conversions. Or are they just going to kick the field goal to make it 4 touchdowns? Let's see what happens. Brandon says that coverage was clean. It sure was. That's a really good play by Hooker. A lot talking around about Urban Meyer being offered and taking the head coaching job at Texas. I mean, he's a big-name guy for a big-name school. I feel like if you're a Texas, if you're a Michigan even, those are big-name schools. You need to make a splash with whoever you hire. You can't really just do any geek off the street. Got to be handy with the steel. Got to earn your keep, if you know what I mean. So it wouldn't surprise me if Urban Meyer goes to Texas. Herman, I don't know. He hasn't really done a ton since he's been there, but Mac Brown didn't either. They never won shit when he was there. Why can't you have playoffs like lower divisions or high school does? Money, scheduling. It's just way too much effort, man. Oh, yeah, bowl games. Urban Meyer will never go to Texas. Stop it. Win the games, week schedule, except Notre Dame. Notre Dame, I mean, they do their thing, man. They go out and play a million different people. Auburn girls are low-key hot. The whole SEC, bro, honestly. I know a lot of you guys watching this are probably from the Midwest or whatever. Move to the South. Or you should have gone to college in the South. Game changer. It doesn't even matter if it's a big school, small school, whatever. Southern girls, whew, I promise, way better than the Midwest. My returning around Texas would be neat. It sure would be neat. I'm sure they'd like that. just because I know this is about to come up, I'd rank it Southeast girls, West Coast girls, Cali, and then whatever else happens. But you can't really mess with the Southeast when it comes to the co-eds. On cue, George says no, move to California. So that's what I was trying to preface there. UK has the hottest girls. UK grad. I don't know, man. Ashley Judd, like she's your go-to. I don't know if that's the one. There are a lot of hot girls in Ohio. No, there's not. I think dead blue blood should stay dead. What did you beat on Auburn? Northeast girls last. The accent is atrocious. That's a good point. Big talk from a bachelor. I don't want hookups, Phil. I want a wife. Yeah, fair enough, man. I'm definitely the authority on the ladies. Glad you understand that. What the heck? One of the main issues why Meyer left OSU because of health issues. Why would he go to Texas? Because he wants to get paid. I think those health issues were a cop-out, and he wants to make lots of dollars. If Texas is going to throw him $8-10 million a year, why wouldn't he go? He's not making that broadcasting on Fox Sports. Midwest Dime is a hard 6 in San Diego. SD10 is a 10 anywhere in the world. Hot girls in Ohio. George, I'm with you, bro. I get it. I use that term, by the way. Like, I had a girl that worked for me or whatever a couple years ago, and she was from Montana. And I was talking to another guy about her, and she was a Montana 10, which in Florida was like a Florida 5. Like, that's easily, like, very true. Cali, Southeast, I promise. Anyone arguing different, they haven't been there. They don't know. They don't experience it. God Kong says, I'm not getting lectured by the guy. Courtney won't text back. I tried, man. She wasn't feeling it at all. That's real sad. A good Texas team is good for college football, I guess. I mean, like someone just mentioned a second ago, the Blue Blood thing, like, I don't know. It's a new wave. Texas hasn't been relevant since Vince Young. That's 15 years ago. Not that Michigan has either, but I don't know. It's a new wave. Texas has good support. I mean, the whole Longhorn Network thing, which is hilarious, by the way, because the second that came out is like when they started sucking at everything. I get like the impact it could potentially have, but I don't know. Big 12 and the Pac-12 just people don't care about that stuff, man. Crayfish says, told you they'll destroy them. I'm sure you did. I don't think anyone disputed that. Like, I think everyone coming into this game knew Ohio State was going to beat the shit out of Michigan State, and they have. Meyer left Florida for health issues. It's a theme. It's what he does. Like, 5 years, 6 years, win some stuff, get out of there before it gets too bad. Oh my God, those chicks are the worst. Small town 10s literally think they're hot sauce when they're actually as spicy as skim milk. Yeah. Stomping says, I lived in Florida, and yes, there are hot girls here in Ohio. I don't know, man. I mean, there's hot girls everywhere, but like if you're going per capita and number of hot girls you can find in X amount of radius, like Southeast and Cali definitely has it. It's all about the beach, baby. Michigan State got a sack on Justin Fields. That's pretty cool. Good for them. Ethan says, Meyer will go to Texas in his opinion. That'd be something. Demir says, I'm from Michigan. I go to University of Tennessee, and you so right. Midwestern girls ain't it. Demir gets it, bro. I lived in Michigan. I used to live in Tennessee. I lived in South Carolina. I live in Florida now. I promise the Southeast, it's the one. It's the one. Ohio, honestly, is an honorary member of the Southeast. There's hot girls everywhere except under Phil's lines. But God damn it. You got me. That's a burn. That's a burn. Sun's out, buns out. Ladies love the Lions, all right? They love that blanket. Don't get it twisted. When I tell them I do a YouTube stream and I collect basketball cards, that's when they really get excited. I'll tell you that. It's apparently 2nd and 9 for somebody. I think it's Ohio State's ball. Here we go. Ohio State ball from their own 26, 2nd and 9. Fields looking to the sideline for the play. They lead 38-10 in this one. Ladies love memory foam beds. I've got one. They're great. It's going to be a handoff to my notes. Someone I don't have in my notes, Williams, apparently is a running back for Ohio State. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. Looks like a lineman might be hurt on the play, so we'll have a stoppage. Drum roll for the Anish. Welcome, Anish. Oh, tell me about halftime stories with Phil. Yeah. Tell them about your Pog collection. Let them in slowly on your Magic collection. Don't want to overwhelm. No, that's a good point. That's a good point. God, Pogs that was the jam back in the day for sure. I never did Magic or Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! I promise. I'm not that big of a nerd. Okay. Never got into that. But I wasn't joking. I literally have like about a $10,000 to $15,000 basketball card collection in the other room. No big deal. Okay. So card. It's a side business more so than it's a hobby. But I stuck with it. A lot of people gave it up after like middle school, but not me. Okay. It's like investments for me. So I'm all about that card life. If you guys ever want to talk cards, let me know. Some Peak says I just show him my dog. That works pretty good. I've got a very good boy right behind me. I don't know if you can see. Look at that. Duke. Yeah. I will pet you. Cockcock says, just bring Duke. That'll win him over. Anish, Ray left us, bud. He's gone forever. No, I'm kidding. He was helping his sister move. Even though he's been in the chat like 10 different times today. So I don't understand why he can't join us. But he is leaving us. 10 to 15,000. You say, yeah, dude, I've got some pretty cool pieces. I won't get super nerdy into it or anything like that, but yeah, big basketball stuff. I got some sweet Jordans. I got a really nice LeBron James rookie, some autograph stuff, some rare stuff. So yeah, it's like a little side project that I mess with. Just had to explain to my girlfriend this is indeed a football live stream and not just about where hot girls are located across the country. It's 38-10. I mean, what do you want us to talk about? The game? Let's go. Phil, do you mean stepsister? That's on the OnlyFans, actually. So that's coming later. Make sure it's not a stepsister. Everyone's on the same page. Got that. Any Milwaukee Bucks? I got some sweet Ray Allen stuff, man. I actually collected Ray Allen exclusively for a little bit. I've got some really a couple nice rare rookie cards of his. So yeah, a couple Giannis things, but Ray Allen's my dude. I know I've mentioned this while living in the past via this stream. I was a big 3-point guy in high school when I played. So Ray Allen was always a hero of mine. So I've got some really cool Ray Allen stuff. Sell them cards and get cable. Again, I'm moving at the end of this month. We're like 3 weeks away or 24 days away. I'm moving on the 29th. So new place will have cable and new place will have way faster, better internet. So you guys are in for a real treat. Don't worry about that. So about those $50 in a case of beer. Yeah, I mean, help me move and maybe, one might fall into your pocket or something. Anish with the check-in on the love life. Appreciate you, big dog. Freaking Courtney never got back to me last week, that bitch. And I had one other match earlier. She had dyed blue hair, which I wasn't feeling. And just one of her pictures, not all of her pictures, but one of her pictures had dyed blue hair. And that threw me off a little bit, man. I wasn't super about that. I leave my job, and that usually scares them off or leaves them drooling. What's your job? Chauncey Billups socks? TCU OSU 22-21. That sounds way more exciting than 38-10. I'll tell you that. Chris says Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Appalachian girls may not be the hottest, but a country girl should they do take care of their men. That's very fair. They got the manners. The accent is what I think really puts it over the top for me when they have that Southeast accent. That's where it's at. Moving to a new trailer. No, it's actually a luxury apartment complex. So I'll thank you to stay out of my personal affairs. I don't think he's being serious. Oh, Governor Roy, how are you, bud? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Cameron, 31-20 A&M. Hope they would have lost. Is that game over? So Auburn did not cover for me. So they just screwed me then. That's awesome. Phil, you dodge bull. If they have dude's hair, they will ruin your life. Trust me, I know. I like sturdy gals. That's where the Southeast comes into play. If a woman doesn't return your calls, say goodbye. Great punt by Ohio State. Apparently it was 4th down, so they punted. Went all the way down to the Michigan State 2-yard line. So the Spartans have their work cut out for them here. 38-10 with 9.5 minutes left in this ball game. George does cardiac research. Of course, she left you hanging. She's in Iowa 10. She's not on your level, but she thinks nobody is on hers. That's so true. Whose idea was it to watch this? We could have watched Rice versus Marshall. Little owls, a little thundering herd. Why not? Oh, a luxury apartment, fancy schmancy. It is. That's how they brand it. It's luxury apartment, man. Winter Park, Florida. It's the only thing we have is luxury here. No, he was serious. Definitely a tool. Leave him drooling, said the single guy. Thoughts on LaMelo Ball? I think LaMelo Ball is super overrated. I think he's Michael Carter Williams in the fact that he's got good size, probably play decent defense, maybe if he tries. He can't shoot. He'll make plays on occasion. He'll have your random, 20 and 10 nights, but overall, I don't think LaMelo Ball is very good. I think the Michael Carter Williams comp is pretty spot on. He'll be a serviceable NBA player, but as number 3 overall pick, whatever. As far as the Pistons go, in case you're meaning LiAngelo Ball for the Pistons because they just signed him, that's an absolute waste of time. And I don't think that guy will ever see the court of an NBA game. So there's that. Phil, call a lady and speak on stream. That's not for free, but if I'm going to do that, you got to pay for that. Sorry. What you doing? Oh, I'm getting advice on girls on a football stream. He gets it. God Kong likes the comparison. That's why I'm a genius, bro. I get it. I understand. I do like Lonzo Ball. I'll say that. I think Lonzo Ball is a good player. Obviously, the shot's kind of broke, and it doesn't always go in. But I think he's a really good player. His vision is, really impressive to me. That Pelly's team, they're fun. I think they're exciting. I like Ingram a lot. Ball, who's going to be handling the ball more now that Holiday's gone, is big. Zion, obviously, is a playmaker. I love J.J. Redick, one of my favorite players. So I like the Pellies. Lonzo Ball, though, is he's legit, I think. 3rd and 9, Michigan State tries to complete a short pass. It goes incomplete, so they're going to be punting from their own territory. This game's a wrap, baby. It's 38-10, 8 minutes left on the clock. This one's over. It's been over, but now it's really over. LiAngelo is a steal. Okay, I understand the reference. Will LiAngelo steal anything in Detroit? Everyone's a comedian. It's hilarious. The only relationship advice you'll ever need is this: pick your battles. That's a very good point. LeVar Ball calling on line 1. He wishes he could get on this channel. We're way bigger than LeVar Ball, I promise. Shit's getting weird, Dragons. Phil, how do you like your girls? Well, Roy, that's very personal. Breathing would be my number 1. That's it. That's all I require. Make sure they're alive. Opinion on Killian Hayes. So we actually did a Pistons video on this channel if you want to check it out. I love the Killian Hayes pick. I think he's a really solid prospect overall. A lot of potential with him, especially for the Pistons, who are deprived at the guard position. I think he's going to have a big season. It might take a little bit of time for him to really get into the flow of things, but Derrick Rose every day gets older. Killian Hayes, I think, has a ton of potential. The rest of the roster is very questionable. It's all centers and power forwards and shit, which I think is not great. But I think Killian Hayes is going to pop off. I think he's going to have a really nice start to his career with Detroit. And this is a great point right here. I didn't know anyone in this draft. No March Madness will do that. And I think that's a huge thing, man. Think of, it might not resonate in your head until I'm literally saying these words to you right now. But think about how March Madness, with all those Cinderella stories, brings these guys' names into your head. And when their team wins 2, 3, 4 games in a row from these smaller schools and you start to hear the names over and over and over and over again, that's kind of what gets you hyped for the draft, right? This draft came and went, and it was just like everyone just collectively was like, this is a weak draft. There's no superstars. What are we doing here? And I kind of agree. Like, I mean, you didn't have enough tape on the guys. You didn't have enough highlights of the guys. You didn't have enough, to look back on for each guy. Anthony Edwards, right? So he went number 1 overall to the T-Wolves. And I saw him play like twice at Georgia. I didn't think he was that good. Like, he did not show me anything that made him worthy of the number 1 pick. But again, super small sample size. I saw 2 games, like I said, but I just didn't see it. I feel like not having a tournament really, really impacted this draft overall. So there's going to be a lot of guys playing in the NBA this next season, young guys who no one knows who they are because they didn't see him play in college. It's going to be real interesting. Cameron says MSU is going to have a comeback. Just wait. I mean, 4 touchdowns in 8 minutes. Yeah, maybe. With a freshman quarterback, they got that. First Take wishes they were intermittent sports. They sure do. They sure do. Valhalla says breathing. That's the best. Killian's is good beer. The Irish Red, I believe, is Killian's. I haven't had that. It's a nom, probably. I don't really mess with Killian's. I like girls who don't breathe. Okay. Has that guy who used to be the star of the show called in lately? Phil taking over. I mean, this is basically my channel at this point, right? So thanks for everyone for tuning in. We got 28 viewers right now. And it's been right around 25, 30 all day. For a game of 2 teams that we don't cover, really appreciate everyone hanging out on this beautiful Saturday down here in Orlando, Florida. I hope it's nice where you're at as well. Sadiq Bey going to be a rotational player. I like that pick a lot. The Isaiah Stewart pick I wasn't huge on. Again, go watch my video, Intermittent Sports. It's all there. The Isaiah Stewart pick is but I think Sadiq Bey is going to make some moves. I think he's going to be really solid this year. Villanova, man, that's what they do. They don't do like super duper stars, but they do very playable stars coming out of college. Ohio State, by the way, I know I'm looking at you guys, but I saw it in my periffs. That's a tud. That's a touchdown for Olave. Ohio State deep ball is about a 40-yard pass play. Perfect throw from Justin Fields. There is a flag on the play. We'll see what they have to say down by the bay. They just may. Still waiting. And there's a hurt. Okay, this is just taking forever, so I'm just going to keep doing comments. Does not know my team in the regular season is good. I don't know what that's referencing. Do you think they should bounce the Big Ten? The West is so top heavy. I mean, no. It rotates, man. I mean, one year the West is good, East is good, West is good, East is good. It just happens. Tournament screwed a lot of small school kids out of the NBA. I agree with that completely. Ray was the star, but Phil's the puppet master. It's very true. Dante DiVincenzo, guy, he's great, man. Sad that they were like so eager to give him in the Bogdan trade that never happened. So I guess he's still there. But I mean, he torched Michigan. We all saw it in the championship game. And I think he's a real nice piece. No stop. I don't know what that's referencing. So whatever. I forgot to see. Don't know what that's referencing. Really stop. You rap like crap. No cap. Okay. That's what it was. Got it. Just a hater. Just another hater in the building. Valhalla Sports Talk. No one go watch his channel because he's hating on me. JK. Chris Olave, 10 catches, 139 yards, and a tud today. So he's doing his thing. Ray highlighted the 2015 games that seemed like you were courting Sparty. So, I mean, that's just Ray doing his thing. He'll do anything for views. He'll sell himself on the street corner if people will watch his videos. But, yeah, that kind of brought some Michigan State fans over. And then we're doing this chat today because we play Ohio State next week. So hopefully we're going to pick up some Ohio State fans from today, bring them over next week for the live stream. We'll see what happens. Dream says hi. So hello, Dream. How are you? Hope you're having a great day, bud. Get that man some haterade. Hater up in here, up in here. Irish TD Ohio State. I called it. Hope you were listening. After the penalty, it was on Michigan State. So Ohio State touchdown. They're up 45-10. They are covering. Hope everyone put the house on Ohio State to cover 24. We are so close to me being able to eat today for the first time. It's 3:22. I haven't eaten since about 6:30 last night. So We're at about 21 hours since I've eaten food. I'm gonna gorge myself. It's gonna be sick. I'll be here next week, tomorrow as well. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, tomorrow, like I said, doubleheader. We are going to do the Lions game live at 1 o'clock. The Lions play the Bears, followed by Michigan versus UCF basketball. Back to back. We're probably just going to keep the stream running the entire time. No need to click in, click out. I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. Ray does all the YouTube stuff. So should be a fun time. We'll be on screen for ever and ever and ever and ever, and you won't be able to get rid of us. But really appreciate you guys tuning in for sure. I think it's going to be a fun time. What beer number are we on? This is 7, almost done, and then I've got 8 on deck with the Coos. So 8 pints by the end of this stream, hopefully. Not my best, not my worst. Intermittent fasting. Dude, I do that. Honestly, like I know it goes with the channel or whatever. I used to be super, super, super fat. And then here's a you want a serious story with Phil? This is real life, okay? I turned 33 in mid-May, and I weighed myself, and I was fatter than shit. And so I was like, I need to change something. So over the summer, I looked into intermittent fasting thanks to Reddit. That taught me a lot. And then I was also doing a bunch of calorie counting. And I've lost over 50 pounds since I started intermittent fasting. It's been an absolute game changer, and it's probably extended my life, to be honest. So big fan of that. I haven't really felt any health defects from it. I feel great as a person overall, physically. Like my life is so much better now that I started doing that. So I try to keep up with it as much as I can. And so intermittent fasting is a cool thing. Let's see what we got. I don't know why I'm watching this poop. It's because I'm here, baby. That's all you need. What beer number? I just did that one. Who do you think will be the Final Four for football? I've got Notre Dame. I've got Alabama. I've got Ohio State. And then give me Cincinnati, baby. Or BYU. Whichever of the two. I'm going to catch the Wisconsin game. Thanks for the stream. Hey, appreciate you stopping by, man. As always, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Do I drink bourbon? If I do, what do I like? I mess with like Jack and Coke and Jack and Gingers, but I don't really drink a ton of straight bourbon. You're going to need some food on deck if you're going 6. Dude, I'm going to have that ready for sure. Get some DiGiorno pizzas ready, bagel bites. Who knows? It's going to be crazy. Turbo half a bottle deep. Let's go. 29-22 in the TCU game. Age respectable for a single game. Golf clap. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Chris dropping the Fernando Valenzuela is my all-time favorite Dodger. So that's fun. I was not alive for Fernando Mania, but I am well aware of its existence. My favorite Dodger of all time, personally, is probably Clayton Kershaw. Just an absolute grinder, lefty stud, won a million games. I always thought he got a pretty bad rap on the whole playoff thing, like he couldn't win the big game or whatever, but that wasn't always his fault, man. I love Clayton Kershaw. I think he's a really good pitcher, so he gets my vote for best Dodger. How did I miss the pun on intermittent fasting? I don't think Ray knows what that is. Ray's in shape and strong and tough, so he doesn't know. 50 pounds, Dan Bro, legitimate kudos. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, it's been a journey, and it's been great. Probably saved my life, to be honest. Good thing about this channel is they can cover sports all year long since they cover all Michigan sports. That's gosh darn right, Dream. We'll talk about Pistons. We'll talk about the Tigers, even though no one else wants to. Basketball, football, baseball, whatever, man. We're here year-round. We're really trying to build something here, so appreciate you guys tuning in. Keep it up. There's some good bodyweight workouts here on YouTube. Yeah, no. The first thing is definitely dropping. Then toning will come later. But, eventually we'll get there. Violet says, hey, what's up? Who do you think will win? I think Ohio State's going to win. Thanks for dropping it. MSU dominated U of M. Next week might be ugly. Yeah, man. I mean, it wasn't, I don't know about domination. They beat them. They won by like 4. But, no, I said earlier in the stream, I think my final score prediction is 56-14. I think Ohio State beats Michigan next week if they play. Dream says Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, and my last spot is empty. I mean, there's a ton of options. That's the problem is like there's too many undefeated teams. The season wasn't long enough. So we don't know who's actually going to be able to make it, who's eligible, all that stuff. It's tough, man. Like Ohio State, if they don't play next week, that's only 5-0. Like, does that get them in? Probably not. Isaac says, why is the channel not 5,000 already? I need to watch the 24-hour Fire Harbaugh stream. It's coming, man. I don't know. We didn't do a ton this week as far as new viewers and all that sort of thing. So hopefully it'll be on its way. But yeah, by next week, I don't think we're going to get to 5K. So that's too bad. Chris rolling the random channels to make random announcements of his favorite Dodger. That kind of out of nowhere. Mark says, congrats on 50. Appreciate you, bro. They won. They did not dominate. I agree completely. Big Ten will twist the rules for them. Yeah. Yeah, we're just talking. Here we are. It's 4th and 5. Michigan State's about to punt again. I think this is their 10th punt of the game. All they do is punt. They're down 45-10. This game's over. It's a wrap. 7:18 left on the play clock here, so hopefully we're just going to run this out. Greg says doctors have to clear Michigan to play. So I didn't catch up on like who was positive, what actually happened. All I kept hearing was there was COVID-related issues, right? So I don't know what that actually means. We've talked about it a few times already, but it'd be the ultimate troll job by Michigan to be like, oh, we can't play, sorry. And then, kind of screw Ohio State out of their season. But at the same time, like, we're going to get our ass kicked. So do we really want to play in that game? I don't know. That's a tough one. Just saw that Auburn officially lost 31-20. They did not cover, and that's very disappointing for me. There goes one of my parlays. Game looks tough, man. I wish it was easier. First and 10, Ohio State hands it off to someone who I don't have a note for, number 28, whoever that might be. 4th string running back. They're up 35. Who cares? C.J. Stroud is apparently a quarterback on the Ohio State team, making his 2nd career appearance. So Fields will be done for the day for Ohio State with a comfortable lead as the clock ticks on down. See what C.J. Stroud can do here. Fields had an amazing day for Ohio State, man. He was basically unstoppable. Made the throws he had to make. Picked up about 7-8 first downs rushing the ball. Ohio State looked really good today. 2nd and 4, they run it to the left side, and a gain of 6 will be a first down Buckeyes. I kind of want us to play because the more likely Harbaugh gets fired, the better. That's 100%. I'm in that camp, dude. I think if we play that game, we will lose, and Harbaugh will be 0 for his life against Ohio State. And that should hopefully mean he's out the door. And I think at this point, that's what everyone wants to see. So they don't even have to fire him. His contract is over this year. I thought it was next year. I'm pretty sure it's next year. Justin Fields showed today he's ready for the next level and has separated himself from his peers. Reminds me of Lamar Jackson at Louisville. Everything he did today, I mean, he didn't have to make a ton of big throws because this game was so in hand, right? So maybe we didn't get the full repertoire that he's bringing to the table. The plays he did make, though, like scrambling, he dealt with really bad shotgun snaps all day, able to pick those up, gain yardage, whatever. That showed me a ton. He looked really good out there. And if I'm an NFL team, especially one that needs a quarterback, double, especially if you're seeing the success that Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, guys like that are having, guys who can run and throw, I'm probably taking a flyer on this guy. I know someone in the chat earlier said they see Fields as like a late 1st, early 2nd round pick. I've got him top 10 easy. If you need a quarterback behind Lawrence, this is the number 2 quarterback in the country, is my thought on it. Shout out from Rancho. The film Friday was set in that city. I love Friday. What a great movie, man. How you going to get fired on your day off? I can tell that to Ray when I don't let him back on the channel. I'm going to change the password, not let him back on his own channel. Fields to the Jags. That might be the move, honestly. Jets take Lawrence. Fields to the Jags. The Jags suck. Like, they really need a good quarterback. Like, I know Gardner Minshew was a feel-good story or whatever. As Stroud takes off to the right side and scores a touchdown on the QB keeper, Buddy just ripped off about 40 to 50 yards on that touchdown run. 48 yards for C.J. Stroud. That's a big-time tutter for Ohio State. It is now 51-10. Hollis says, Phil, how do you pick the comments and put that on the screen? Is that an OBS feature or something else? We use a thing called StreamYard, is the system that we use. So it goes live into our YouTube, and then the comment chats are just over here on the right side. Super easy. All you have to do is pick one, click it to show it, and then click it again to hide it. It's the easiest thing in the world. Again, Ray, the other guy who does the channel, he's the one who sets all this stuff up. I don't know the technicalities of any of this stuff. I just know how to click things. And he taught me that. So StreamYard is what we use. Once McNamara got hurt, we just tanked against Penn State, who was freaking 0-5. Honestly, man, like, there's just bad vibes all around in that game. I didn't think, it sucked that Chase got hurt, but that's exactly the kind of game. 0 for the season Penn State against us, and we were favored. Why were we favored? We haven't done anything all year. Of course we're going to lose that game. CJ chases the train for a TD. Are we winning? Yeah, dude, Michigan State's doing great. They're doing really good. Stroud is supposed to be a good running QB as well. I mean, he looked like it. He had great speed. Showed it off right there. That's a 48-yard scamper. I mean, that's not something that just anyone can do. CJ is going to be good for QB for the Bucs. Yeah, he is. And here's the thing. They keep bringing in good QBs. Like, they haven't had a bad quarterback in a really long time. Craig Krenzel, was he the last bad one? Like, they just pump out studs, I feel like, at quarterback at Ohio State. Whereas Michigan it's a new guy every year, and they always suck. It's really annoying. Technically, Michigan's winning this week since it's a bye. Yeah, that's about the only bright spot to our season. Q's up 7-3 on Notre Dame. Let's go, baby. Let's go Orange. Favorite replacement for Coach Garbage? Ray, the other co-host who's not here right now, he's a big fan of Chris Peterson. He wants to bring him out of retirement. My stance is I want a younger guy who's going to bring like a new school level feel to the game. Eric Bieniemy for the Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator, I think that would be a really cool hire. I think he could do some stuff. And then not necessarily Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma, but someone like him, like a younger guy, new feel, just make something happen, man, because Jim Harbaugh is not it. And we have to move on. And the answer is not to get one of these guys who's been around for 20, 25 years and lives in that old school way of playing football. That's not how it's done. That's not how it's going to be. You got to get younger with it. Get someone more in touch with, the players and the youth of today and the athleticism of today. So let's go with Eric Bieniemy is my number one choice. Didn't Krenzel win a natty? Who cares? If Ohio State won while he was there, was that 02, 03, whatever? It wasn't because of him. Okay. He didn't do anything. He didn't earn that. It was Maurice Clarett, baby. And that whole squad. You heard of DDP yoga? I have, actually. With Diamond Dallas Page or whatever. I've never looked at it. I've heard that it exists. I know it exists. But I have not taken part. Dream says he's going to head out. Appreciate you, man, for stopping by. Hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow, man. Again, Lions stream against the Bears, followed by the Michigan versus UCF basketball game. We're going to double dip it tomorrow here on Intermittent Sports. It's because the defense in 02, I'm sure they had a million players on that team. I can't name them all. I know the 02, was it Miami team who they played? That team was so stacked. They had like 98 NFL players on that squad. Ohio State, I don't really know much besides Clarett. I know he was a really big deal and didn't do shit in the NFL. Penn State 27 over Rutgers 7. So 27-7 final in that one. Penn State with the cover. I've got 2 dogs right now. I'm petting 2 dogs. I know you guys are jealous. It's fine. Krenzel with the Hail Murray miracle in West Lafayette that year. Irish says he'll be here tomorrow. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's go Lions. 1st and 10 now for the Spartans. 3 minutes left on the clock. They trail 52-10. So hope you guys took the over. Hope you guys took the cover for Ohio State. It'll be an RPO for a guy whose name I forgot, Peyton Thorne. 3 minutes on the clock. He's out of bounds. 2nd down coming up. Obviously, the big note here is Ohio State versus Michigan next week. The game Probably means a lot more for Ohio State this year than it does for Michigan. I feel like if Jim Harbaugh, I mean, this is a big what if, right? But if he's able to win the Ohio State game next week, he keeps his job. Like, it's just, that's a fact of life. Chances of that happening are very slim, but he's basically coaching for his job. If he loses, get him out. If he wins, keep him. Ohio State needs the game, okay, to get to 6 wins to be able to play in the Big Ten Championship, to be able to be in contention for the college football playoff. So, huge game next week. We'll be covering it. It's at noon kickoff on Fox. So, again, I will not have a delayed stream because I've got my over-the-air antenna here. So that's huge. So it'll be decent play-by-play. Ray will be in attendance. He has confirmed it. So it won't just be me babbling on and petting dogs all day. So it should be a fun one next week. We play at 12 o'clock, Michigan, Ohio State, in the game. I think Ohio State gets the win in this one. Oh, it's a bold take. It's a flaming hot take. If I don't have liver failure, I'll check in for the Lions game later, man. George, appreciate you stopping by, man. Enjoy that tequila. Owen says, no Michigan State will make big comeback. 6 touchdowns, dude, in 2 minutes. They got this. Third and 9. And Michigan State is sacked. About 12 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 4th down coming up with about 2 minutes left on the clock. Puppy. Fernando says, Steely, Phil, see Ray and yourself tomorrow. Yes, sir. We'll be here bright and early. Probably drinking again. Please join us. Appreciate you stopping by today. Game's always awesome, even though they haven't been competitive lately. It is a fun game, man. The atmosphere is unlike anything else. I think it's the best rivalry in college football. Missouri up 47-40 on Arkansas. That's interesting. Hope everyone stops by again tomorrow. Should have some more fun. Minute 42 on the clock. I'm assuming Ohio State's just going to run this baby out after Michigan State just punted. But I'm going to stick with you till the clock says 0-0-0 because I'm about that life, man. I'm a pro streamer. I'm so hungry, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to eat the shit out of some food. I haven't eaten all day today. A&M over Auburn's huge. That's going to boost them up pretty good. Florida versus Tennessee. They're about to kick off here, or they probably just did. I love Florida. I think Florida has a really good offense. I'm probably biased being here in Florida, so all I see is positive Florida notes on the Gators. But they lost A&M, so they definitely can't jump A&M. That's not going to happen. First 10, Ohio State picks up about 8 on the rush. So we'll see what happens. But Alabama definitely the top of the class. So Ohio State's right up there. Notre Dame undefeated. You can't deny it. They beat Clemson, so they should definitely be in. So that's 3 spots locked in, basically, barring a miracle. So there's a whole lot of teams battling for that 4th spot. Whether it's Clemson with 1 loss, whether it's Florida with 1 loss, A&M with 1 loss. Cincinnati's undefeated, so they need a ton of help. But, if those other 3 teams lose, slide them in. I'm all for it. You got BYU versus Coastal today. As Ohio State brings in their 3rd-string quarterback, Miller. And that shotgun snap goes over his head into the end zone. It'll be a safety for Michigan State. Makes it 52-12. One says, Jim Harbaugh was recorded talking trash about OSU, and the OSU coach said they're going to put up 100 on Michigan. I mean, I don't know how Jim could talk trash about OSU. Like, what are you going to say? Like, oh, they're not that good. Are you sure? Because they're way better than Michigan this year. I promise. I just had some gas station hot dogs with nacho cheese. They were yummy. COVID watch. You were definitely infected. So congratulations on that move. We have barking dogs. We have barking dogs. This is happening. Scarborough says Arkansas just scored. So I'm assuming they tied it up or took a 1-point lead. So that's exciting. Woo pig. As this one is wrapping up here. Really no game at all. Michigan State did not bring forth any sort of fight. Ohio State showed off why they are so darn good. I wore my mask. Yeah, that means the hot dogs won't have any effect on you. You're good to go, man. Ohio State's going to kill us as Owen. Yeah, no, they are. They're going to win by about 35. My best guess spread for that game is legit. If this was 24 against Michigan State, I bet the spread against Michigan is going to be 28 points. I truly believe that, which is pretty hard to stomach, 4-touchdown spread, but I think that's going to be about where it is. Little squib kick for Michigan State, and they fumble on the return, recovered by Ohio State. So under a minute left, this one's over. So, yeah, man, I'm going to go and wrap it here. 32 people currently watching. Again, we're a Michigan channel, so I don't really give a hoot about Ohio State or Michigan State. But we'll talk about Ohio State right now. They did everything they had to do today. They came out, looked amazingly strong. They're one of the best teams in the country. Justin Fields is truly a great quarterback. Really enjoyed watching him play. Imagine if Michigan had a good quarterback. That'd be wild. A bunch of plays made by Ohio State. They look really good. I think they're the real deal. Michigan State, not so much. I know they beat Michigan. They beat Northwestern, but it's a first-year coach. Ton of new guys on both sides of the ball. Just didn't bring it today. I hope a ton of people laid the points on Ohio State, 24-point favorites, and they hope they made a bunch of money. But that's about it, man. So this game's a wrap, under a minute left. So I'm going to sign off here. Again, if you guys are Lions fans, Michigan fans, please tune in tomorrow. We got the Lions playing the Chicago Bears at 1 o'clock, followed immediately by Michigan versus UCF in men's basketball. So we're going to be covering both of those games tomorrow here on Intermittent Sports. I will not be solo. Ray will be back to carry us because that's what he does. He's the best of the best. And appreciate all you guys stopping through. Valhalla says, great stream, Phil. Appreciate you, man, for coming in. Thanks for the like and the sub. And tell your friends, why not? That's all I got for you. So we're going to wrap this baby up. Ohio State wins 52-12, 40-point victors over Michigan State. That's it. That's all we got. Look out for Ray's reaction video to come out later tonight. And, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Go Lions.